Adler 219, your options are either straight push back to basically the holding point of Person Bravo 5, or you can wait for the 737 off to your right hand side to start their taxi.
We can wait for velocity to pass us right to left, that's fine.
Okay, Adler 219er. After the velocity 737 crosses behind, right to left, you're pushing slowly to pull 2 west, stand 18. 219, welcome.
Yeah. Start shouting out some Airbus logic. Up.
Ground, good afternoon to you. This is the Alpha 6 Yankee to Oscar, type Airbus 319 at stand 81
Okay.
on the southwest terminal
Nice.
R213, ready to push.
Does it? Okay. Fine, that's better. Right. Yep.
Ground, good afternoon. Alpha to Oscar with you at stand 81, type Airbus 319, ready to push.
Okay. Okay.
And when you get a chance, if you let me know your 0 fuel weight and how much fuel you would like,
I
shall load it.
We want 120 tonnes with a 0 fuel weight of 230, please.
230.
Yep. We're going big time.
Very good. 130 tonnes, you say?
120 tonnes
120, so.
and 230 0 fuel.
Yep.
Request taxi runway 05 left. We're currently on Bravo.
Want any help with that, just say.
I was going to say I'm stuck already on the Airbus. You go straight to init ref. Where are we going?
Yeah, so if you go index, ident, you'd start there, then
and
everything
it's
goes
right,
6 right.
right. Yeah, that's fine.
That's it.
Okay. Right, so ref airport, we stick that.
You won't need to because
No.
the GPS has done it
Oh,
for
it's
you.
done it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, here we go.
Ground velocity 25, requesting taxi runway 05 left. We're currently on Bravo.
Finish with ground power.
We stick a runway in now?
5
5 left?
Just go to departures arrivals straight away. Sorry, you need a route, of course, first of all, so it's best to get a route first.
Is that going to... Do we need to, can we send it off? Or?
You can activate it, it won't do a lot. You can activate and then execute it. What it's worth. And then the best thing after that is to put in your airways route and then get the runway after that. So you go to the next page.
Got it.
Now
Oh, fine, okay.
And now you
we'll
can
stick in the route, sure.
if you know the SID and the runway, I think it's going to be 5 left.
5 left. Bizos 5, I think we're on.
Fine, great. Well, in that case, if you know it, you can actually go straight in there.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
super.
Coming straight ahead, hold Alpha 2.
I mean, that's what they're using in the real world, so I presume they're using that.
Oh, we landed on 05.
Right.
I think, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
How do I initialise this again then? Is there a way of doing
So first page, put in the flight number.
Oh, okay.
Hang on a minute, I think I boosted it up already. I've gone to route 2, route 1.
Yeah, okay. It's a flight time, about hour and a bit. What is it? Haven't got a flight log, unfortunately, at the moment. Andy, have you got a flight log there with the flight time on, please?
Yeah, it's 0117. Have a look. Go on.
Okay, it's going to be 1 hour and 5.
Stand by, velocity 25 Alpha 2, the tower 118.550. Good flight.
118.550 at Alpha 2, velocity 25,
Station checking in. Just tell me what your RTF call sign is, please.
Can't believe the real one is this quiet when you sat. Is it?
Well, in Mexico?
No, as in all the we call them the blower air and things like that. When you sit on an Airbus cockpit, it's really noisy.
Yeah, no, it's not
All the
bad.
fans.
No,
Yeah.
it's not bad. Yeah.
Well, Alpha Sierra Oscar, pushback complete, ready for taxi.
See what the weather's like.
Yeah, it looks pretty soupy where we're going.
Affirmative.
Good.
Ready for taxi.
Yeah.
Uh,
Bit of fun.
Alpha 6 from DCL Oscar, taxi Alpha 6 and Lima.
Pretty little area.
The area around Monterrey is very pretty. Lots
Is
of
it-
nice, pretty mountains.
Is it somewhere where BA fly?
No, I only know it from this thing.
Taxi Bravo, Alpha, hold
Oh, hang
Alpha
on.
1,
Got wrong already.
runway 05 left.
Oh, okay.
Jasper.
Sending request. Can you put that on the seat for us there, Simon? That's, I think it's Benny's.
Hold Alpha 1, hold short, runway 05 right. Yep, I think about that. Lima Bravo, Bravo 3, straight ahead, left on Alpha 1, hold the 05 right. Sorry about that, Bravo Alpha.
Right, hang on. What's going on here? How do you... It's when you got... Oh, erase. Right, start again.
If you want to speed things up, you can actually just put the airways in and it'll
Yeah.
calculate the
Yes,
crossing
you don't.
points.
You can just
Yeah.
put the airways down there and it'll work it out for you.
Oh, will it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, right. So what, even if I don't need to put an endpoint, I can put...
No, you just put whatever the airway is after Upper Juliet 15.
And it'll work it out?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, well, that's where I was going wrong. Pete, that doesn't look right, does it? That's Upper Juliet 15 to there, and then it's Upper
CBM.
Juliet 38 to there, and then it's Upper
Oh.
Juliet 15.
Try that one, Monterrey.
Yeah.
Straight Monterrey, isn't it? So that if you put MTY in there, that'll probably do it.
Valid entry.
Okay, so ignore that second airway, just pop that in there.
Oh, yeah. Valid
That
entry.
good? Okay. I might need an airways chart in a bit. That'll do for now. It gets us quite a bit of the way, doesn't it? We can sort the rest.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's not
Alpha Sierra Oscar,
going
Bravo
in.
1.
What's the route we filed in VATS?
Let me have a look. It might be that I wonder if the airways have changed since the PSX nav database was last.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
It hasn't appeared yet, so hopefully.
We got a route on PF. Yeah.
I'll go and see if I don't know if David gone upstairs or not. If not, I'll go up and get one.
Yeah, sounds like
Yeah.
Gary's coming.
And ground hour 219 on Bravo.
All right.
West, ready to take.
Brilliant.
Thank you, Dave. Start.
Okay. It's the same.
Same.
Yeah. I'm not doing this wrong, am I?
Let's see.
Upper Juliet 15 to...
Oh, I see. It's going to. So send it to Sosok
Yeah,
instead.
well, I did that.
Yeah.
So
Did you?
that's X-ray Oscar, Sierra Oscar Kilo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
To there. Won't have it. All right. Try
Hang on, start
Juliet.
again, start
Try
again.
Juliet 15.
That's route 2.
Yeah.
One.
So you got to
Right.
Vissos, all right.
Hang on. Upper Juliet 15.
Yeah.
Interject 212.
Right.
Okay.
And
To
then
X-ray Oscar.
Yep.
Sierra Oscar Kilo. Fine.
right. Execute that while you've got that. All right.
Okay.
Right. Now try Upper Juliet 38.
That's
Do
okay.
CVM, so it probably won't now.
Might be a wet pass sound. No, okay,
Perfect.
execute that.
Upper
Maybe you
Juliet-
need to execute it as you go. Upper
Shouldn't have to. No, but sometimes the upper airways and the intersections do get confused, even in real life. So
MTY.
it's not unusual, as Tom Jones would say.
Order 219 Alpha 2, it's Tower 118.5.
Perfect.
5 0.
Okay.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, and Go over.
Somebody's had way too much
What we would normally do if we thought we're short of time is not actually bother with the arrival. You
Just
can do it
on
when
the
you're in
way.
a crew.
Okay.
So actually what it will go, it'll take you to the final approach fix or something at the moment.
Yeah. Empty.
Monty went, fine.
Yep.
I would leave it like that.
Fine. Okay.
It'll still give you a profile.
Right. Perfect.
Okay.
No,
So
we
we'd get that
are-
from the load sheet, which we haven't got yet. I don't know. This is saying sending request, which isn't really very helpful, is it?
I think I think Dave's having some bother with PFPX. I think he said it's crashing.
Oh,
at the moment,
right,
So
okay.
he's so hopefully we'll have a load sheet shortly.
Okay, I'm just trying to get the 80s at the moment. Not doing very well here.
Yeah, there should be. Do you want me to go and grab it?
Well, it doesn't go back. You've just got to go sideways.
There's like a
Yeah,
little
just be careful you don't
right
force
down the
it.
bottom somewhere. There's like a little thing that you lift up. You'll find it somewhere. It's very there. You go. You've got it. So yeah, lift that up. That's it.
That's it. Oh, I got a message. Ooh. Working. You're right there.
Oh, hello. No, I don't think so. I think you've. I think.
Like 5 pages of rubbish.
Oh, I think the. I think that's the thing that Gary said he'd fixed.
Oh, so needless to say. What? I've got some, thank you. I'm fine. Yeah, yeah, I'm good. Yeah. So
The
here we
lights on the
have.
overhead going.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can fix that.
Right. So we've got. So delivery is 1221. I'll put him. Yeah, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, it'll be my last chance, so why not? Down to 1,000 feet, and then you take over and crash. No. We have a gentleman called Avi. Delivery. And we've got Joseph on 11855 on tower. That should work. Sure,
That still work?
right. There's your 80s, such as it is, the top bit there.
Okay. So
Was doing something useful and I've forgotten what it was. Oh yeah.
we got pens.
I've got a pen. Got a pen?
Yeah.
I lost all the content.
So I know the takeoff weight is going to be 250 tons, which is pretty well topple, I think. And that's just straight off the top of my head. I can't remember offhand, but it'll do.
Where did I get this hat? Interesting.
Expected delivery, Stevens 1081, request
Aha.
Nice. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
lights
gone
again.
off again.
Yeah, I know.
Are we still waiting on the load sheet? We got it.
It should be on there somewhere.
Is it?
Is that? Where is it?
German cargo 634.
Not easy working in the dark, is it? That's not the load sheet. Oh, here it is. Got it. It's
There
not
you go.
correct anyway. We'll make our own up, I think.
Fine.
Because
Okay.
if Dave's having a bit of a battle, because we need to be fueled up to 120 tons.
Yeah, that's going in.
Do you want to just do it straight away? Otherwise, we'll
Yeah.
be there all day.
You've done 270. Fine. Okay.
Yeah, it takes a long time to fuel it.
Sierra Tango Victor
Uh,
081.
Yeah, 20 minutes for an Airbus, and that's
Good morning.
what, 18 tons? What does this take? What are we going out? What's our what fuel are we sticking in?
We're putting in at 120 tons.
What's the max fuel capacity of a 74?
173.7 on the ones with the stab tank.
Yep.
We haven't got a stab tank.
Initial climb,
Peter, just remind me how I do that quickly.
Yeah.
It was the last ticket, and departure weekly 121, decimal 2, series 101.
1081 spot is 2644, SNTC via text contact.
Oh, I see. Got it.
Got SLM stuck in. SLM, we got that. Are we going to tune that in?
I was just actually. Are we activated on the route? Is the route activated? Looks like it might not.
Make it VOR2.
Yeah, by all means. So SLM would be.
Where we're going if we get an engine out after takeoff.
That's the engine out one. Is that
Yeah.
is that what I said in my
Yep.
briefing?
Yep.
Good, fine, okay. So actually, it's probably a better idea just to stick it in as a fix. So I'll do that. There you go, and then you can see it much clearer.
Fine.
Okay. Should be there somewhere. There it is.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Rightio. Good. Done that. So if we invent our own load sheet, I reckon that's
Sure.
probably as good a way as any
Yeah.
of doing it. Okay. So the cost index will be 0
Okay.
in the bottom there. Okay, and the reserves will be whatever the diversion plus the reserve fuel would be. So they would be 5 and a bit plus 3, 6. That's like 8.7. 8.7. Wait for that fuel to go in. Zero fuel weight they should have done for us of 220.
230.
Sorry, 230. And then once that fuel gets up to 120, we can do the engines. In the meantime, they've got a cruise altitude here of
3 to toe.
yeah, we ain't going to make that at this weight, so I suggest we put in 31 to start with.
Sure.
Actually, which way are we going? We're going
30, 300?
32? Should
Yep.
make 32, I
Okay.
think. Right, okay. Marvellous.
Good afternoon, Flo.
Super.
Mangrove 012 seconds.
Mangrove 01, that clears Monterrey 5-plane route. It's off 5 Sierra departure.
It's going to be a tight squeeze.
Yeah. Oi.
Mangrove 012, all correct. 05 left for departure. And I'll get you.
Right, that looks like that's all the fuel we're going to get, but it's good enough, isn't it? Okay. So now we...
nearly there.
Is it still... It's just levelling
I
off.
did do it instantly, but it
It's
seems to
fine,
be,
yeah.
it's fine.
That's plenty. Okay, so if we go to thrust limb page now, and I haven't done any performance. I tell you what, though, I will do some, see if it works.
Okay.
Okay. So what? Just for the benefit of our audience. Oh, that's not looking promising, is it? Lost the CDU.
Oh.
Stand by.
CDU expert.
Radio check. 5x5.
Got loads of time. Got half an hour yet.
Yeah. Q to get out.
I don't know. I can't see. I'm going to put that there. It's annoying me. That's where it should. Actually, no. Yeah. All right. That'll do. Yeah. It's the BA one has another switch there for,
Right.
for the transfer buzz, but it's in FO, so we haven't got it. Oh, thank you.
Yep.
That was the. Oh, it's gone again.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Okay, so perf. Lovely. So So 5 left. It will be a packs off takeoff at this weight, because as soon as we go above 300 tons, it becomes packs off.
Okay.
What was that surface wind? Has somebody gashed it already?
There you go.
Thank you very much. So the surface wind is 080 at 7 knots. Yeah. Temperature 19. So we have a little check through that stuff, make sure we've got everything where we need it. QNH is 3037,
Yeah.
which is 1009.
Yep.
That's 3067
hang
up
on.
there.
I
isn't
can,
it?
I'll change that on here.
Let me just change it back to this one. 1029, that's more like it. Okay. 029. Okay. Then when we've done that, what we do is, because there's 2 pages, you would go to the next. What you would do in the scratch pad, you would put in our takeoff weight, which is 350.0, and you'd say to El Capitan, "Are you happy with that lot?"
Okay.
And you go, "Yeah, right," or whatever. And then you go to the next page, and then you take that up from the scratch pad into there, and then there's no mistakes with typing. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Okay.
And then send. And hopefully that'll give us our performance.
Right. Okay.
Just one of the sort of safety things you do
Yeah.
to make sure there's no finger trouble. So I'll just wait for that.
So if we're full weight and we're 7,000 feet, D-rate? Still D-rate?
I doubt it at this weight, but we'll see what this says.
Okay.
It must be right on the cusp. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just guessing at the takeoff weight from experience, but we might even be above the top of it.
Okay.
It'll be alright. Here we go.
What's the, what OET have we got? No, it's not warm. Plus 1-1.
Yeah, here we go. Error calculating card, check runway under KO. We've got MMMX-05 left. Alright, let's try lower weights.
Delivery Giant 1471, request airways clearance to Monterrey, Giant 1471.
Try that. Let's see why that should be wrong. Should give you something. Alright. I can always put it in for 5 right if it doesn't like that runway.
I
think they're the same length, aren't they? Pretty well. Yes.
Departure runway 05 left, squawk 2676,
Uh,
1212.
05 right is a touch longer, 200 metres longer. So we'll see. Oh, it doesn't like it, does it? Let's try 05 right. Right, so I said 330,
30.
didn't I? Okay. Like that. Max off selected. Try that. If that doesn't work, there's something wrong with it.
At Roddy, the estimated departure time is at 17:45 and estimated landing time is 19:20. Zulu, that is.
Cleared to Monterrey Airport via departure is 121.
Failing that,
Departure is requiring follow 2.
I have a cunning plan.
Again, please, that'd be great.
Better than a cunning stunt.
Squawk 656, speedbird 1988. Speedbird 1988, just confirm 2656, 2656. Yeah, roger, 2656, 2656, speedbird 1988. Speedbird 1988, thank you very much, contact ground, the northern ground 121.0, good day.
So I'm using actually the performance manual, which used to be kept in great big books.
Yeah, they had the Concorde.
And so let me take off performance, take off data pages. It's at the bottom. Take off data pages. Where are we? Mexico. So we've got to get the right chart for this. So we want to go 5 left. So this is an half CG limit, which is a different thing. We're not doing an half CG limit, although you could. Right, here we go. So the temperature is 19 degrees. Oh, That may be
Is
my...
it? It's 1-1.
Yes. No, that's the fuel temperature.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's... So actually, it may be my fault. This I thought that topper was 330. Did I say 350? 350, and it's
350.
they're giving 310. So let's just try it again with the right weighting.
Oh, I see.
That may be my fault.
Okay.
So what they've got here, 19 degrees. We can get off at 313. Okay. So let's
310.
310. We'll send
Oh,
that
hang
for
on.
5 left. Okay, packs off again. Okay, next page. Send. Let's see if it'll take that. If it doesn't work, we'll use that.
Fine.
But anyway, 310. So we'd have to take a bit of fuel off if need be.
Yep.
Well, we will have to take a bit of fuel off, won't we? 230. Simon, can you bring us down to 80 tons, please?
Of fuel, yeah.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Sorry about that. This is just me trying to do it realistic and it's not working. Right, what's this one say? Same.
Same thing.
Oh, hang on.
Thank you very much for the donation. We need to sort of see who it is.
No, right, okay.
So,
Trying to bring it up on the screen.
So what we have here
which one's
is 05 left, full length.
Yep.
Right, flap 20.
Get rid of Craig
packs
donated
off.
£25.
Throw out one way, okay? So at 19 degrees,
does it
say
say that?
20 for the sake of argument, we can
Put it
go
up
off
there.
at 310.
Alright.
I'll write this down.
You won't need to, we just take it, put it in the
Yeah,
box.
okay.
So we know we're going to go 310, and
Gonna
Simon's
need
done
more
the
than
fuel.
that to get rid of me.
Okay. And what it gives us here with basically a calm wind is a V1 of 153, and then we just take the weights out of the box for the rotator
Sure.
and the V2. Okay?
Okay.
So that'll work. So if we go back to performance again, right? Yours. 80 tons on, so we're up to 310. Marvellous. Okay. So go to your thrust limb page. Okay. Now, because we are right up to weight and right up to temperature, there is no derate.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, as you said earlier, so we just leave that blank.
Yep.
Okay, we'll go with full climb power
Yep,
because
okay.
obviously there's a bit of granite around. Okay,
Take off.
and then it's flaps 20. And if you'd like to overwrite the second line with 1,000, perfect. Now there are performance restrictions. All right, let's just see what they say. Mexico, That's Los Angeles.
This is Speedbird to Delta Juliet. For clearance.
There we go. Performance restrictions then. Okay, so 05 left right full length. All engines use flying manual noise abatement procedure, terminating altitude 4,000 feet. Okay, so what you do on that top line is put 20/4,000.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. The engine out acceleration altitude is 1,000 feet, so that
What
can
we've
stay
got.
in.
Okay.
Okay, and basically we're not going to do a flat 5 thrust reduction, so what you're going to do is get climb power at 1,000 feet, so you just type 1,000 in on that 3 left, like that.
Okay.
So that is your noise abatement
Yep.
profile in the FMC.
Yep.
And the way you fly it is you get to 1,000 feet, and then you intervene at the flap 10 bug,
Okay.
retract the flaps to 10, okay, but sorry, we're doing the noise abatement, disregard all that. You intervene at the, disregard that. We can just do the whole thing in automatic, okay? I'm thinking of something else. Alright? So that will go up nicely, flaps 20 all the way to 4,000 feet,
Yep.
then it will throw away the noise abatement, and then it will start to accelerate. Sorry, misled you there.
Okay. No
All right.
problem. All right.
So that's that. And then the speeds, as we said, I think it was 154 V1. Well,
Yeah.
it's coming out at 147, so you'd make the VR the same as the VR, 147. No, disregard, 136, sorry.
136.
Yeah. Yeah.
The VR, yeah.
No, sorry. Just press delete on that. Just delete it.
Got it.
Go there again. Okay. So actually, let's just use what's there because they're way different from the VA speeds. But 136 would be the V1.
Yep.
Rotate 147 and V2 159.
Okay.
All right. So you confirm those by pressing the 3 buttons, and they become large font.
Got it.
Marvellous. And then 159 goes up there.
VSOS 5 departure. Initially flight level 270, squawk 2664, and departure frequency 121 decimal.
The real one do that?
No. The MAC tail, I'm guessing. Let's make it 20%.
It's 21, I think.
21. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one.
22,
Yeah.
sorry.
22. Okay. All right.
Okay, fine.
So that is that set, and we're going to go off in LNAV and VNAV together. So you select both of those.
Yeah. So we're flying 159 up to
4,000 above the
4,000.
ground.
Yeah. Okay.
Thrust reduction will happen at 1,000,
Okay.
and we just stay at V2 plus 10 to 4,000 feet above the
Sure.
ground.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so that's that. So you would leave yours in takeoff ref,
Yep.
and I'll put mine on legs like that.
Okay.
Marvellous. How about
Yeah. Let's do it.
the pre-flight checklist, sir? So inspections and security. I'm not happy about the security in this garage, quite frankly. There's people coming in and out all over the place. Very dodgy looking people in some cases. Mexican bandits. Oxygen, we've done that, tested.
Yep, 100%.
Flight instruments is heading and altimeter.
So I've got 305 and 7,320.
Okay.
And
Park.
3038.
Thank you. Parking 3037, I think.
Yep.
Might have changed, but parking brake then.
Parking brake is set and checked.
That's that one.
Yep.
Okay. Fuel control switches.
Cut off.
So PFD now is V2, LNAV, VNAV, and the altitude on the PFD.
Yep. So we got 159 blank Toga flight level 270.
Smashing. And then takeoff speeds from your box 136, 147,
159.
159. Same up there. Okay.
Yep.
CDU pre-flight. We haven't requested the winds yet. I'll just do it while we're doing nothing. Okay.
Yep. That's fine.
The rest of it is pretty well there. We put a cruise altitude in, which was lower, didn't we?
Yep.
We'll probably be easily do it at this revised weight.
Okay.
So that taxi and takeoff briefing, then you've got 15 minutes.
Fine.
Tell us
okay.
all about it.
So it's 05 left departure.
Yep.
Standard left-hand seat. We will fly the VSOS 5.
Yep.
Straight ahead on runway heading, I think. It's climbing to flight level 270. The safety altitude is 12,100 area, and I think that extends out to top of climb.
Yeah. It's so there's the VSOS.
Yep.
So we are good for. It says 12.7 all the way to VSOS. in
Okay,
fact.
so 12.
And the sector safe is probably 14.
Yeah.
Something of that order.
So shall we go? We'll go with 14.
14. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll put that in.
14,000 feet safety
Okay.
altitude.
Yeah.
If we standard takeoff, if we encounter any of the items that we'd normally stop for on the runway, I'll call stop. We'll come to rest on the runway, diagnose the problem, and come up with a solution before we get any pressure to get off the runway from air traffic control.
Okay.
We'll decide then if we need to vacate or not. If we don't, and we've got a problem where we can't get off the runway, maybe we should disconnect from the network and we'll sort it out. If we have a problem after V1 and it's to do with the engines, we get contingency automatically through them. That's something you said.
Well, we're going to go off in full takeoff power anyway,
Fine.
so there's no question of a D-rate.
Okay. So we'll take the engine failure into the air. We continue straight ahead to 6 DME with an engine failure. And
Yeah,
then it's
saw that.
left
Yeah.
to Sierra Lima Mike.
Okay.
If we experience a failure after 13D
Yep.
from Mexico, we'll continue on the SID.
Got it.
And we'll then fly away, assess the situation. If we need to return to Mexico, we'll talk to air traffic control and plan a route back into Mexico, or decide if we can carry on.
Okay.
So, where are we going?
Monterrey.
Monterrey. I think that's about it. Safety altitude 14,000 feet, cleared flight level 270.
Okay, great. Yep.
Any questions?
Couple.
Sure.
Right.
What have I missed?
You haven't missed anything. It's just as regards the 747, because we're at high altitude, above 6,000 feet like this, we have to
Manual
do
start.
a manual start,
Yep.
and it's only one engine at a time.
Sure.
So we'll run through that. It's dead easy. Okay, that's that. Can I suggest we do the 10 checks at 15 instead
problem.
of 10,000
Yeah,
feet?
that's
Those will be there in no time. So just make sure we got the packs on, because we'll be taking off with the packs off. So let's do a little 10 check at 10. Just make sure I've remembered to
Yep,
switch those
sure.
on. Okay. Yeah, everything else sounds pretty good. Obviously, if we reject the takeoff, we're going to have some very hot brakes.
Sure. And the trans out is 19.5.
Is it?
19,500.
Okay, marvellous. Okie dokie. Right.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll
Good.
set, so we just need to call in for the clearance.
We do. So that is the pre-flight checklist complete. Do we know how we're getting out? Do you know where we are?
Stand 33.
All right. Okay.
3-3.
3-3.
Is that what you put in your whatever you put in your brief? I think it's 3-3.
3-3. Oh,
Sounds about right.
but we haven't got a building. That's the only thing, isn't
No.
it? We've got a couple of olive trees over there. 3-3, and we're heading. Yes, that makes sense. So we got that, Andy. I've got it here if you want.
I was just looking for a ground chart actually before they
Okay. Yeah.
start throwing letters at us.
Oh.
There we go.
Air Canada's arrived. It's what I call high density parking round here at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Earlier on, we had multi-story parking.
Yeah. So we look as though we're going to push back. So these guys are probably parked on the terminal proper, and we're not. If you see what I mean?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
You reckon there might be a
Yeah. There should be a.
obstacles or something?
There's like a finger.
Yeah, I can see it.
So I reckon we're on the end of the finger. We need to push back and face it's going to be 230, isn't it? So let's do that in here.
There we go. Sorted.
You've done it, have you?
Yeah.
He's so good. Be ashamed to lose him. Right. So we're just waiting to get a word in.
You've got terrain on yours, haven't you? So I'll stick weather on mine.
Okay.
Initial climb flight level 370. That's class 2657, departure frequency 121
I just need something to write on. Can I nick this top page?
Got a pen?
Well, we've got one pen between us.
I don't know.
Who wants to write, you or me?
Wait, you'll do it. You'll
Oh, there's
I'm
another
chief
one.
scribe, aren't I?
Another one down there.
Oh, we have another. Oh, we have a pen each. Luxury,
pen each?
luxury, lad. Luxury. Oh, I found another pen. We've got loads of pens.
Don't skimp on pens.
I know where to go if I want a pen. Don't break that one this time, Pete.
What?
The,
No, I'm very impressed. This is a real one.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the real
Yeah.
deal. Yeah.
Very
very
nice, isn't it?
Smooth, isn't it? Eh?
Yep.
Lovely feel. Have you tried these yet?
No. I haven't flown it yet.
The moving auto throttle
Yeah.
levers. Really
So-
good.
Can you work against them?
Yes.
Can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably not a good idea though.
Go for them.
Just a request from the stream. Could we have terrain on the captain's side for the
Yeah.
departure?
Well, you
It would
will.
appear that
For a
Ron's
£10
irradiating the,
Yeah.
the
We'll have
ground crew
terrain
anyway.
on. We'll have terrain on both. Take
Okay.
a chance. I'll have a peek at the weather now and again. There you go.
Alright, keep assuming everyone's in the same route now. Give me 1 more minute.
PSX invents its own weather, so it's not tied into active sky. So
Okay.
the
that's a
two are
shame.
completely different. Yeah.
Not yet.
One day.
Yeah.
Not yet.
But the red areas are bumpy.
Right. What, on the terrain radar or on the weather?
well, both actually.
Okay, you made it 94 minutes available now, for real.
Right, so your calls to clearance and everybody else, and then the first time I start using the radio is after you've made the first
Oh, right.
taxi call.
Okay.
Right?
I didn't know
Okay,
that.
I thought I knew you were waiting for something.
Yeah, it's alright.
Okay, so you talk to the man,
Right.
and then you get the initial taxi clearance, and then I take the radios after that.
Where's my ATIS strip?
It'll be there.
That's is it? Okay. He got an info on his
Should do. I'll have a quick check. Information Echo 050 at 2 knots, 5 miles, sky clear, 213034.
3-4.
34.
we're stand 3-3.
Yep.
Yeah, Kieran, we'll change the camera once we get moving. There's not really a lot to see at the moment, but we will change the camera as we sort of start the taxi.
And that's my RT button, is it? Push it forward to talk.
That's it.
Who am I talking to?
You on 121? Sorry, 1221, which is delivery.
Okay.
Delivery, this is
I've sent it, but I'll send it again.
Mexico 27 Delta. Mission approved. Delivery, Qantas 25, we have refiled the flight plan now, hopefully you've got it. Qantas 25 is back in the sequence number 2 to the clearance. Qantas 25.
Beaver 47 Charlie, 744 with Echo, 3034, start clearance please, Monterrey.
Beaver 47 Charlie, number 3 in the sequence, break 121 clearance.
Break.
You have it?
Do you load the flight plan from the server?
No, I just put it in manually because it wasn't loading from the server. I don't know if Dave was having trouble with PFPX. But I've just filed it.
I think Dave was going to file it.
Yeah, I filed it manually anyway.
Okay, thank you.
All stations, contact me is ground 1, 2, 1, that's in the 0.
10.
That's again, all stations are calling for clearance, the sequence remains, contact me is ground 1, 2, 1, that's in the 0.
1210. It'll be ground when he logs back on, presumably, in a
Oh,
moment.
is he not there?
No, but delivery's just disappeared, and I'm guessing that he's going to log back on as ground. Kieran, how are all headsets connected together? Through an audio mixer, basically. Should pop up very shortly. Although he's gone to 1220, which is not what he said. Oh no, there you go.
You on, is he?
Yeah.
Don't want to step on anyone.
No, it's fine, you're in the room.
It'll be okay, will it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ground hello, Speedbird 47 Charlie, we're 744 with Echo on stand 33, 3034, start clearance please, Monterrey.
That didn't work because you got a beep.
Yeah.
Try just coming out and going back in again.
Sometimes you have to recycle this. Try that. No.
Nope.
It is 1210, is it?
Yeah.
I love that sim.
Thanks, isn't it? 15 years.
Hang on, let me try. Oh. I'll tell you what, I'll try disconnecting and reconnect. I'll try rebooting the pilot for a second.
Okay.
Who's in the captain's seat? It's Andy. Hello Craig, how's the head? Yeah, it's very well. Most of you that saw the stream last night.
Back online because these are.
Yeah.
That should work, I think.
There you go.
Are we okay?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
It working?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just go to the ground, I'll just go out for taxi.
Good evening, Fabi T7 and Fury 777.
Ground hello, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Oh.
That they're dropping out.
Yeah, he's dropping off, and I think he's having trouble. Oh, I'm going to 12185, he says.
Barnsley can shut up. I can read that from here.
Try that.
Okay, all stations one at a time. We have a lot of aircraft. Super 47 Charlie, can you, how do you read me?
5-5, we're ready to copy clearance.
Stevens
Okay,
1.
Super 47 Charlie, thank you. You're in the sequence. You're approximately number 3 right now. You have a bunch, 2 aircraft ahead of you for super clearance, so it will be a slight delay.
Awesome, Charlie.
He's been to American language school, that bloke.
Delta 209 for taxi.
But the 209, we're taxiing by Bravo to Holding Port Runway 05 up.
Doodly-doo.
People asking on the chat if I was a pilot. No, I did my ATPL about 10 years ago. I had to give it up, unfortunately. So, went into flight simulators. I'm now a developer on FSLabs. So we've done the Concorde and we've been working on the A320 since the days of the dinosaurs, it feels like. So, but we're nearly finished.
Quarter 25, go ahead.
Oh dear.
I'm guessing that's Dave.
Oh, okay.
Showing the reading still appears to be wrong. You can
I thought he was getting a curry.
Quarter 25, we'll go.
Presume you want supplies to make it.
Plug.
Around good afternoon, East Airline 75, critical clearance to Monterrey as file.
You can 975 in the sequence.
His strobe's off.
Now what's flashing?
Blinding.
3 Tango Kilo, stand to 3 information, Echo Boeing 737-800, clearance to Monterrey.
Turkish calling, you're in the queue.
So welcome to Worldflight, Andy. This is
Yeah.
pretty good.
It'll be one of
Once
the
we're on the
shortest
way,
flights.
if you're ahead of the
I know.
rest of them, it's not too bad.
Everyone's patience, because it may be a little, you may experience like delays if you find the only control around and around some of the aircraft on that frequency. So just be patient, have a queue for delivery, so anyone calling for delivery who has already called me earlier is in the queue.
When are they going to sort the sound out on VATSIM? Why does everybody sound as though they've just eaten a pillow?
Yeah.
Well, do you want the technical answer?
Something to do with bandwidth.
It's the audio codec that they use
Don't need
is
like a 2 kilohertz codec.
is very old.
Yep.
And it's fine. Like us, we probably sound fine because we've got decent hardware. But when you have people with like desktop mics and built-in mics on laptops and things like that, as soon as there's sort of any extraneous noise, it turns everything into mush.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You were 47 Charlie 2 on the Monterrey, actually, on the 3579, go quick, you were 47 Charlie, clear over the Monterrey, V5 departure, runway 05, left finish, flight level 270, flight squawk 2627, departure frequency 121, decimal 2, exact squawk only.
I didn't get the squawk.
2627.
2627 on the squawk, so we were 47 Charlie.
You were 47 Charlie, thank you. I'll be 121, you with me?
Right, finally. So I reckon that was 270, which is what's in the box.
Yeah.
Okay, so squawk, I can put on.
Charlie 2, right on to Bravo, holding port runway 0.
Yeah, 2627.
There we go. Shall we depart?
Why not?
Right, so I'll pressurise the hydraulics then.
Ground, United 396, requesting pushing start.
Like that. That's the start of the hydraulics.
Okay.
And we put the pumps on for all tanks that have got fuel, basically.
Yep.
like that.
Fine. Okay.
Put the beacon.
Nice done.
Watch up the aircraft behind me.
Put the beacon on.
Yep.
Okay. Then we do a recall. See what we've missed. And if there was fuel tank to engine, I would reconfigure that.
Okay.
But there's not, so that's cool. Cancel it. Right. Then we go down here and put the transponder to XBDR, if I can find it. Is that it? Looks like it. All right. And then we, you or either of us can set the stab trim to 6 units in there.
Where is it? Round.
On your,
Oh,
think,
right. Okay.
yeah, on there. I think yours reads out pretty good.
Pretty much the same.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Okay.
I read the before start checklist, which is flight deck door. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Passenger signs down here. On and on.
They're on. Hold on.
Beacon is on
Is on.
both. And transponder XPDR.
Yeah.
So that is before start checklist. So now we need to get pushed back from ground.
Right.
He is on the interphone, which is that one. And you
I see.
push to transmit for at least 2 seconds. You can say anything you like as long as it's 2 seconds.
Okay.
And hopefully you'll get the message and he will ask us to take the part brake off.
Right. Okay. And ground cockpit push.
Now there's a little
pushback from stand 5-6.
Okay.
Try again.
Yeah.
Cockpit ground. Request push facing. North. Northeast. Yeah, it is north.
Steering pin inserted. Release brakes, please.
Hear him? Okay. So brakes off. Press on the top of the toe brakes. There you go. You've cracked it. Part brake is off. He should now start pushing. Fingers crossed. Double fingers crossed.
Pushing back.
There we go. Go on, baby. Yeah, cracked it. Okay. So now we're going to do the auto start. Sorry, a manual start.
Yep.
So the auto start goes off. Okay. All right. And what I'm going to do is just do a manual start on the individual engine. So what we do is we just do that. Turn the engine over.
Yep. Until it gets to.
There it goes.
You want me to start the clock?
Yes, you can start your clock actually.
Working? Do I need to press it again?
Yeah, it
It's a
should
bit-
be if you press it.
It's
Yeah.
a bit fiddly. But yeah, if you
There we go. Okay.
And once we've got a decent duct pressure here of about 39 psi, which is actually very, very
Rent
good.
free.
And once we get the N3 where we want it,
Yep.
fuel goes in. And the idea is that the engine should light up within 30 seconds. So this will be a stopwatch job on my side now.
Right.
There it goes. It goes very easily on.
Set parking brake, please.
Right. So top of the toe brakes.
Egypt Airline 75 right.
Yep. Top brake is set.
Brake set. Okay.
So we just wait for the stabilised line to disappear.
Towing system removed and steering pin removed.
You don't have to acknowledge him.
Okay.
Squawk 2612 Egypt Airline 7.
So that has stabilised. So we'll start the other one. Takes forever, this, for real. Sometimes they don't even start, which is a bit annoying.
In a tailwind.
It's just the altitude, and if you've got an APU that's not very good, not giving you a lot of air pressure,
Yeah, especially at
it can be quite dodgy.
But I guess then all you'd need is one going on each side, and you could cross start the others.
Hopefully, yeah.
Where's the highest elevation that you've been to, Pete?
Sorry?
Where's the highest elevation airfield that you've been to?
I think it would be Bogota.
Right.
Which I think is 8,400, I think. Oh, that's forgot about me fueling. There we go. So we got the N3. That's good. It's basically looking for at least 10% N2.
Okay.
Charlie 1 round the aircraft in front, then Bravo.
Presumably you wouldn't get a warning, it would just happily crank all day, wouldn't it, like the Airbus?
It would. There is a starter limit, which is 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But yes, it will keep trying. Yeah. Doesn't have an automatic cut-off or anything.
holding part runway 05 left.
And it's about this time that ATC usually say, "Are you ready for taxi yet?" And of course you're not.
Yeah.
Takes forever. And meanwable, the passengers down the back of the airplane are cooking because, of course, you switched off the aircon. It's a lovely situation to be in. Right, that one's stable. Let's start the other one. I'm leaving that up just to remind ourselves that the order start is. To remind me to switch it back on, not that I'd forget, because it'll tell you. But
Yeah, we had some communication issues. We're just running that clean for the moment. Thank you.
you see how restrictive the takeoff weight was here. Oh, thank you. I keep forgetting. The 310 tons is not a lot of weight, really. You know, if you're trying to go from somewhere like here to the UK, you're going to need, I'm guessing, 120 tons, 110 tons of fuel.
Yeah.
So that really brings down the zero fuel weight. So you actually get a situation where you just can't get the load on.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they do little tricks like a thing called an ARF CG.
Right, okay.
Which means they deliberately load the aircraft with an ARF CG, which means that you can actually, you're reducing the down load from the tailplane effectively.
Yep. Okay.
So actually you can take off with about another 2 tons. Or little tricks like that. Right, that one's done. I'm going to remember this time. What did I tell you? He's asking if we're ready for taxi.
Oh, is it?
Any minute, 1 minute.
Stand by, speedbird 47 Charlie, we'll call you back.
They don't understand.
We could say we're ready.
Yeah, you can. It's only that simple.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, we're now ready for taxi. Oh, I'm still on this, aren't I?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
Ground speedbird 47 Charlie, taxi.
Oh, Bonus is going past.
Taxi via Bravo, holding for runway 05 left.
Bravo 05 left, speedbird 47.
You know what? I forgot again. I thought this engine's taking a long time.
Good evening, Hardy.
So I got 1 out of 4 there.
Good work.
I reckon we can squeeze in behind him if we're quick.
Yeah, okay.
I can just do an 90 degrees left turn here at Street Channel clearance, get onto the taxi.
Well, by all means tell him, because this won't take a second to sort out.
We've got a clearance.
Okay, right, well, I'll get the flaps down first and then we'll go. The big catch out is try and taxi without the flaps. Because that's a BA, that's a SESMA thing.
Oh, is it?
You
Blows
finish
the
up in the
Cessna?
office with no biscuits.
Yeah.
They don't like going without your flaps down these days.
Yeah.
So, she's just about stable now.
Looks like you're holding everybody up there.
Yeah.
Oh,
it'll go
right,
round
APU's
us.
going off. They're going like that.
Okay.
Anti-ice as we want it. Auto start goes back on.
Yeah.
Half cover heat goes on. Back's coming on. Check the status. It's clean. Flaps down. Check the recall. Make sure we haven't missed anything. And you do a flight controls check, Andy. Wiggle, wiggle. Oh.
Alright. I bet you do that joke every time.
Yes.
Never
Well, the
gets
stick
told.
comes further back on this.
Does
doesn't
it?
Yeah. So that's all done. So I'll read you the before taxi checklist. Flight controls.
Better checked.
Anti-ice
Off.
is auto actually.
Okay.
That's auto. Recall.
We've
We did that.
recalled, we just got TCAS off.
Auto brake.
Is
That one.
is RTO.
Flaps.
I think
20 selected. And ground cruise clearance. He went long ago.
Yeah.
So I'll cancel the status and we are ready to go, boy.
Got a tiller, haven't we?
Yeah, you have.
Is it push to go right or left?
Soon find out.
Peter, Hardy would like to know, why is the barrow minimum set to runway elevation?
What's the what?
Why is the barrow minimum set to runway elevation?
It's purely my personal preference, Hardy. BA sets it to 1,000 feet above, which I always found rather confusing. So I've just got in the habit of putting airfield elevation on, which is obviously 1,000 feet less. It makes more sense to me because then you know the airfield is 7,316 feet high. And as I'm not being paid by British Airways anymore, I'm doing my own thing. if that makes sense.
Why was BA's at 1,000 feet?
Good question.
3 engine acceleration altitude, was it?
Not really.
No.
No, not really. I mean, that was the idea of it, but then you know, in many cases, it's different anyway. So, you were allowed at the time that I left. You were allowed to put what you thought was something sensible on it.
Right.
So to me, it was a bit of a nonsense, really. But
What's the? I was thinking the other day because these guys got held up somewhere for about an hour. You have to offer the passengers the opportunity to disembark after, is it 4 hours?
1155, Speedbird 47 Charlie. Not on my airline, mate. They're coming with us. Occasionally you have to talk them out of it. You do get people saying they're getting off.
Well, I was talking to a guy, flies triples for BA, and they got stuck somewhere in snow. And they were there for probably 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And they were doing engine runs and getting anti-iced every hour and things like that. But he said they were right on the limit of having to say,
yes,
if anyone wants to get off,
it's a very
bear in mind, you know, we'll cancel the flight.
It's a very, very difficult one because of course their baggage has to come off as well. And that's the biggie.
You've never had to do it then?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. So we're just waiting for the final load sheet. Hopefully that will come in a minute. And the cabin call.
Oh,
we just lost the network, have we?
Yeah,
okay. And then once that's done, I can do the before takeoff checks. And the idea of this is that you just don't do anything while you're taxiing out, so you don't hit anybody. You know, you're able to concentrate on this stuff.
Fine.
I'll call him, make sure we got him.
126,
And I'll tell him we're ready.
Hang on, we're going to Bravo. We're going, Bravo. We're going down the end?
Yeah, you'll have to.
In your little notes, you said.
Pull forward.
Yeah.
That is actually the full takeoff run from the pull forward mark, but I don't think it's modelled on here.
Okay, we got the threshold here, and.
Yep. So you go around the back like he's done, and then what you do for real is actually you pull forward, and there's a, I forget the sign, but it says something like power on or something.
Oh, I see. Oh,
and only at that point can you put the thrust on.
Yeah.
But we're not bothered because we've only got virtual Mexicans behind us.
Okay, fine.
At Camro, Pete was mentioning that if you start moving without the flaps, then you're sent to the office. That's what Camro was saying.
Sorry?
Oh, the SESMA.
Camro was asking. He didn't get what you were saying about the flaps.
Yeah, I'll
just set them before taxi. So.
Yeah. Okay, I'll mention that in a minute. Yeah. Thanks.
It taxis on idle quite well at full weight.
Yeah.
No.
Right, so I don't know if we're going to get a cabin ready.
No, you might. Oh, we got a load sheet, so you should do actually.
Okay, well, I think we'll be. Mexico Tower, Speedbird 47 Charlie, holding short of 05 left. That's my best Mexican communicating speed. It obviously doesn't work. Oh, in car's message.
That'll be the load sheet.
Yeah,
don't do it on the there,
do
otherwise
that.
it'll bust the overhead.
Oh, will it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do I do it on then? You'll be pleased to know that is compliance with issue 1, so we don't have to change the numbers.
Okay.
It never does anything else. There's the cabin ready, so I'm going to put CCC in there. Okay. Ready for the before takeoff checks?
Go for it.
Final load sheet.
Received.
Flaps.
Down 20.
Trim.
We're set to 6.
0 and 0. They don't. That one doesn't indicate at the moment. Takeoff briefing. Anything you want to add to the takeoff briefing?
No, just we're cleared flight level 270 and safety altitude is 14,000 feet.
Marvellous. Runway speeds, EBRT, VNAV, so you just read them off. So.
Okay, so we've got 159, blank toga. What else was there? Going off 5 left.
Okay, I didn't hear. Speedbird 47 Charlie, ready for departure. Roger, behind the departing aircraft, line up 05 left behind, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Are we going to know that? Do you want me to?
Oh, I should just, if you wiggle around the corner, I think I see the cabin report we've had. Transponder, that's a good idea. Rata, done that. Okay. So, because we're doing a PAX off takeoff, I'll switch the packs off and we'll put the strobe on. And we are waiting for takeoff clearance. Approach is clear.
Right, just line up. No one's
Well,
no one's going to come in front of us, are they?
Sounds like he's just rolling now by the sound.
Get around. Get a bit of jet blast.
That's what I call expeditious. Wonderful.
Alright, there we go.
Right, so we're all set to go. You can start your stopwatch when we roll, Andy. That just gives an elapsed time. The question about the flaps. The airlines these days like to have the flaps down long before you get anywhere near the runway, just in case they forget them. So a lot of airlines build into their standard operating procedures that the flaps are selected before you even taxi. And if you forget for some reason, airlines consider that quite serious.
By queue now.
Yeah.
Just to remember, it's not above 200 knots, but 460 on max.
Yeah, I don't think you'll get much chance at this
No.
speed anyway. Yeah.
No.
Just got the speed back anyway. It'll be doing sort of 169s. Does. Gone, but that was a takeoff clearance one. Clear for takeoff, 05 left, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
All set?
All set.
Alright, brakes released. Okay, looks stable.
Stable,
to me.
yeah.
What do we click to go Toga?
Toga switch to the front. Just watch those throttles move.
Alright,
Take a second.
Still on the brakes.
Cool, aren't they?
Yeah.
Thrust set. $80 knots.
Check.
B1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up. Lovely. Say again, frequency, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Speedbird 47 Charlie,
126.6. Thank you, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
God, the quality is poor, isn't it?
Oh, we're LNAV, thruster, everything else.
Yeah, your packs are on.
3033 and self-establishing on ILS 05 right.
Quite a lot of inertia, isn't there?
Yeah. I mean, that went up like a homesick angel, to be honest.
Yeah, I was expecting a bit more.
Yeah. That's a 10 check, as we said, and just to make sure we are pressurised, which we are,
Yep, okay.
so we're not killing anybody. Mexico departure, Speedbird 47 Charlie, a Visos 5 departure, 1000 climbing, flight level 270.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, good evening. Climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Speedbird 47 Charlie. 24?
About 10?
Yeah, we're up there, aren't we?
So, 25 request.
24 in the box, Andy?
Yeah, fine, 240. Am I going left now to follow the...
Yep.
Qantas 25.
Well, you're in LNAV, so it's doing it for you. You're sorted. That little line was just a sector I put in there. Shows where the MSA was as SLM.
Yeah, it's still got quite a climb weight on it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, yeah. It's, Director Sosok can climb level 310, speedbird 47 Charlie. 31.
Flat 5 when you can.
Yeah, flat 5. 31.
I hate that keyboard.
So we need to set standard. As we're cleared to a flight level, we can do that.
Okay. Standard.
12 and a half, cross-checked for 31.
Flat 5, yeah.
So yeah, just waiting for the flat.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll put weather on mine just in case any nasty surprises
Yeah,
around.
sure.
Hey.
The after takeoff check.
Flaps up first, flaps to
Not
1.
sure. Yep, flaps up.
Flap 1 and then flaps up and then we'll do the checks.
Okay.
That's the MSA.
Yep, there we go. Did he clear us direct to
Oh, he did,
Okay,
Sosok. Sorry, I'm
sure,
fast
brilliant,
asleep.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. There you go, in the box.
Thank you.
Sorry, my mistake. If you were at heavyweight, you'd have to be at plus 20 on the up bug to retract this notch of flap if you wanted to exceed 15 degrees of bank.
Right, okay.
And the limit is 308 tons. We're actually below it, so actually you can use normal bank even now and retract the flaps at this
Okay.
weight. So
Right, flaps up,
flaps up.
15 check.
Good idea. 15 check. Lights are off. That's done. Seatbelt signs.
Yeah, they can go.
Okay.
Let's do the after takeoff check.
After takeoff checks, flaps are up. Right, it says here, after takeoff checks, landing gear.
Is up and neutral. Lights
Up and off, yeah, is what they say. Flaps.
They are retracted and off. Well, up.
Up.
I've got checklist myself.
I'll tell you up for a price. I mean, you can contribute to the charity. I'll tell you what's meant to be in
I've
it.
already done that.
So air conditioning and pressurization is either checked or set. Have a guess.
Probably. Well, we should have set it on the ground, shouldn't we? So it's checked.
Hey, very good. And altimeters standard.
Standard. Cross-checked.
That's it.
Okay.
So actually, at the weight we took off at, we are going to be very close to max landing weight when we land, aren't we? So that's 9 tons off. 9 tons off our present weight. No, we're going to be a bit heavy. We need to lose about 10 tons. The way to get in the cruise. Take that off. Unless you want to do a quick fuel jettison, we could do that.
Yeah, go for it.
Shall we do that?
Yeah.
Right, so I'll get the fuel jettison checklist out. If I can find it. Fuel. This might take a while. Because it's in the unenunciated and we don't have an index here. Right, 12.6. So, we haven't got much to go, alright, but we might as well get rid of it. I suggest we wait till we got the order part in and top of climb and then we'll take the fuel down.
Just a quick question, guys. Anybody want anything, any food, drink, or otherwise?
One of those special frothy coffees would be nice, Craig. If it's possible to do that, please.
No worries.
Yeah, that'd be
Andy?
good.
No, I'm fine for the moment, thank
Okay.
you. Yeah, cheers, thank you.
Frothy coffee?
Yes, please.
So I'll put your cost index of 90 in, which will be just a British Airways thing. Different airlines will have different cost indexes.
Right, okay, so why do
it just increases your climb speed a little bit, as you can see there.
So why do we set 0 on the ground and then 19, yeah?
To give you the optimum climb rate initially, until you're up to about this kind of altitude, or getting close to Mach number maybe.
Yeah. Then you set it for cruise.
And that's a fuel saving measure.
Oh, okay, fine.
If you want to go a lot faster, then you can obviously put a higher cost index in. If I put 300 in there for the sake of argument. You see what happens to the speed?
Yep,
okay.
yep.
So it's entirely up to taste. 0 all the way to Mach number is not a bad way of doing it.
Okay.
And then once you get to your Mach number, then of course cost index will work quite nicely. And then what we'll do is we'll cruise at 0.86, shall we?
Yeah, fine.
That would be your normal, sensible maximum. And then while I'm on it, I'll give you a descent of 0.84 280. It's not doing. Okay, worry about that later.
How often did you guys hand fly this thing?
Speedbird 47 Charlie, say again, please.
Pass your message.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, I haven't passed anything.
Oh, you just transmitted the web.
Disregard
Disregard.
Thank you, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
So a couple of questions.
Yep.
Tom would like to know, what criteria do you use to determine positive rate for gear retraction? Is it 2 or more indications, such as vertical speed, altitude, or visual? What is it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Different airlines do it different ways. Some airlines like to see a positive increase in the baro altimeter.
Yep.
Other airlines are more than happy just to see an increase in the vertical rate. It depends on your SOP. But it's really a bit of a combination of seeing the vertical speed go up and also seeing the radio altimeter increasing. You know you're off the ground then. There's never usually much doubt about it.
Thank you.
See, some airlines will call positive rate, and other airlines will call positive climb.
BA have just changed it.
Have they?
Yeah.
What, literally?
Yeah, it's positive rate now.
Yeah, it was rate when I left, I
Was
think.
that?
Yeah, it was,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Maybe it's just a triple, they've just changed it then.
Maybe, yeah.
But it's a Boeing thing, isn't it? They're trying to bring it in line.
Yes, yeah. I suppose technically if you had a really slopey runway, positive climb, just on the baro altimeter, it wouldn't actually be terribly useful, would it? If you're going uphill, you're going to climb on your altimeter. Mind your VSI do it as well, wouldn't it? So I don't know.
Well, I suppose, yeah, the radio, I suppose, would be the only one.
Sorry, 1 to go, yeah.
Should we stick the autopilot in?
I think he gave us a higher level, didn't he? He said...
Set to autopilot.
I've forgotten in all the excitement what he gave us as a cruise level. Was it 31?
I believe so.
I shall keep going. Let's see what we could go to. We can go to 33. Shall I ask for 33?
Yeah, why not?
Speedbird 47 Charlie, request flight level 330.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, climb flight level 330.
Climb level 330, Speedbird 47 Charlie. But just before we do that, you see you've got VNAV alts there.
Yep.
5, 3, 4, climb flight level 330.
That's because the aircraft has levelled off at what is in the alt cell when it was, the FMC was trying to go to 32 because we hadn't changed it, okay?
Okay.
So if the two agree, then you'll get VNAV path.
Okay.
Right. So if you pop in 33 in there, right, and if you just push the button and watch that, see that change to 33?
Oh,
It puts it in for you.
Okay.
And now we're going up, thrust ref feed up.
Yep.
Look at this.
Yeah, it's nice.
I think that is just fantastic how they've done that. Quite amazing.
Very clever. So how much would you hand fly the real one?
Different people do it different ways. I didn't hand fly it very much.
No.
Certainly in the climb out, it's unusual to hand fly it much above 1,000. Or flap retraction would do for some, just to get to the flaps retracted.
I guess the novelty wears off pretty quick.
Yeah, flap retraction would do it normally, and then coming down the other end, quite honestly, most guys would just do it on the autopilot.
Yeah.
Got a Concorde. And then the only hand flying would really take place below 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
With the other guy, the landing pilot.
Don't really.
Well,
Yes, this reduces workload.
yeah, it's as soon as somebody starts hand flying the aircraft, the other guy's got to watch them. And particularly on a departure, that really increases the workload, because not only does he have to watch them, but he's now got to work the MCP for him as well.
Yeah, because you're...
It really ramps up the workload. So if a guy wants to hand fly it, he'll normally say, do you mind if I hand fly?
Right.
And if you were somewhere really, really busy, you wouldn't even try it.
Okay.
New York, for example, you wouldn't even try it, you know.
So, stream viewers, as you probably noticed in the chat, it's your opportunity to fire some questions at our pilots in the flight deck today. Lots of experience between them, Peter in particular. So any question you've got about the Jumbo, about the Airbus, about, well, flying in general, this is your opportunity. Just ask us in the stream. Peter, so to start off with, Batman16 wants to know, what was your first flight as a captain?
The what, sorry?
Batman16 would like to know, what was your first flight as a captain?
First flight as a captain was on the F-27. I got a command on the F-27 to start with. Oh, Benny, just a minute. What I'd like you to do is take control of the aircraft. I'm going to go upstairs and thump Benny. Cancel the fault. Okay. I think we've had this one before. Can we cancel that fault, please? Actually, it's not even come up now. It's just gone. He's fixed it. Okay. Yeah, F-27.
Yep.
Right, I'll just get this fuel jettison out of the way, okay?
Okay.
Sure.
So we did a little bit of this the other day, but basically it does take a long time. It'll take something like at a rate of about 2 tons per minute maximum.
Yep.
So, you know, if you had 100 tons to get rid of, that's 50 minutes as an absolute minimum, and probably quite a lot more. So there's some little rules to deal with. Areas of precipitation, static or lightning, are never good places to dump fuel. Don't dump below 6,000 feet, because you know it won't have vaporized by the time it drifts downwards. Similarly, don't try and go in a holding pattern into the stuff you've just dumped.
Yeah, that's true.
Not yet.
And there is one other little thing. If you are extending the flaps between 1 and 5, it disrupts the airflow and makes the fuel whiz up and down, I'm told. So there's a few little notes to do. And then basically what it does, it says fuel jettison selector A or B, which is up here. Okay, so
fine.
we've got
So you've got 2 manifolds, have you? Manifold A, manifold B?
yes, basically. No, it's just two computers.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So fuel jettison selector A or B, fuel to remain set. So what you do then is, actually, can you do that for us, Simon?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Yep.
right.
That knob doesn't work,
Okay.
you see. So if you wouldn't mind putting that selector to A for us, and then we would turn the fuel to remain.
Yep.
And if he sends it to 60 tons,
Okay.
that'll get rid of 15
So
tons
it's
again.
to, yeah. So,
Yeah.
yep.
And if he rotates that to 60, which he'll do in a minute, there we go. It's a bit touchy. It's touchy on the real aeroplane. So that's what you would do. You'd make sure that you obviously had enough for landing, okay, which we're going to have, all right. And then fuel jettison nozzle valve switches both to on, and I'm not sure if they work or not, but you do this.
Yeah, they do.
They do, right. So what happens then is you get
Yeah, sure.
a fuel line, and the fuel is now coming out of the inboard tanks. If you had fuel in the center tank, it would come out of there as well, but it's just coming out of the inboards, and after a little while, after about 90 seconds, it will work out how long that's going to take. So it's just having a think at the moment.
Okay.
So it's not long, is it? It's only 10 tons to go. So we just sit there like that and wait for it to do. I've only ever done it once. And the night I did it was the night France won the World Cup. And we pulled into Marseille with a sick passenger.
Right.
Could we get fuel? Could we get anybody to look after us? It was horrendous. And we got rid of our sick passenger, and then we were supposed to be going from London to Johannesburg, and it took so long to sort out this fuel. I mean, they basically turned up with a little fuel truck, you know, us having just chucked out 50 tons or whatever it was, and there was no way this little fuel truck was going to fuel us up, and everybody else was off watching the footy. And cut a very long story short, we had to wait until Heathrow opened in the morning so that we could fly back to Heathrow with all our passengers. And I always remember, I was on the radio to, I wasn't a captain then, I was a co-pilot, but we were on the radio to British Airways operations, and we said, you know, we can't go to Johannesburg now because we can't get any more fuel.
Yeah.
And they said, well, come back to London, and we said we'd love to, but it was very hot, it was World Cup, middle of the summer. I said, the passengers are cooking, we need to do something, we either get the passengers off or go flying. And operations said, well, why don't you just take off and fly around for a bit? And effectively that's what we did. Very shortly after that we took off and flew around for a bit, and eventually went to Heathrow. Went back where we started from. Yeah.
Sorry. Caught my eye.
Yeah, it's the boys.
Is that P3D that does that? Is it? So AI, well not AI, well I guess it is.
Yeah, that's
pull a contrail now.
Contrail as well.
That's
Good, isn't
smart.
it?
I didn't know P3D did that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Good, isn't it?
Very nice. It's only taken them 25 years to put that in.
Well, I remember the old contrails, they weren't terribly good, were they? But I suppose it depends
Well,
on...
you didn't get them with multiplayer. FSLabs
Did you not?
doesn't do it, no.
No?
That must be a new thing that they've put in. You get it with AI aircraft, the contrails.
No, he's talking to me. Okay, we'll check 47 Charlie.
Might be the QRH.
Oh yeah.
This what?
Might have been the QRH against the button. I don't know. Yes. Oh, that would be what it was. Oh, of course. Yes. Sorry, it's
Which
me.
controllers?
Control on the keyboard.
Nice.
Yes.
The vapor trail's a new thing, is it? Oh, it is really good, isn't it? Well, hardest is 20.
You're gonna put that in text, and I'll. All right, gentlemen. So lots of questions to ask you. Now we're up in the cruise. So some questions for Peter. Can you see the tips, the wing tips in the 747 from the flight deck?
Yes, yes you can.
Yes, you can. Okay, that clears that one up. SE747 would like to know: did you ever do the Fairford charter flight?
Did what? Sorry.
Did you ever do the Fairford charter flight? Does that mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't really, to be honest.
Okay.
That would be no.
McDJ, where was Pete's last flight to, and did you get to choose the destination?
Sort of. I can't remember where it was now. I honestly can't remember.
Okay.
I think it was somewhere like San Francisco, but I actually can't remember.
Did you get any sort of welcome from the fire service, or any sort of anything special happen when you landed?
No, I fade away quietly. I have years ago in Bermuda gone underneath a fire arch.
Yeah.
Because our senior stewardess was leaving, and somebody had put a message in for the tower that the captain was leaving, so we got a fire arch, and we couldn't work out why, but it was some friend of hers that was doing it. I'm trying to get the arrival route in here.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting. I can't remember where my last flight was. Couldn't have been that momentous.
So Andy,
yep.
Question for you. In the short time that you've flown the 747 sim today, how does it compare to an A320? What generally, I suppose?
I think it's harder.
Yeah, difficult.
The thing about the Airbus is, because it trims for G, it basically holds your flight path and velocity. So the way you fly an Airbus, they've got I can't remember what it's called now. It's, you kind of nudge the yoke, the joystick, and they call it. You give it a bump almost, and you just give the joystick a little bump, and your vertical speed will move down. I don't know, 100 feet or 200 feet, and if you want to increase your rate of descent, you just do it again. It's a very easy aircraft to fly. I know people give the Airbus a lot of flack, but the flight control system on it is so clever. It's a lot like the 777, although the 777 trims for speed. I think, Pete, is that right? He's not listening. But the C-Star law on the Airbus basically maintains the same control feeling throughout the flight regime. So it uses attitude rate at slow speeds, and above 210 knots it'll start going for your G. And it's just very easy to fly. It's just you point it somewhere and it just flies there. And I think from my short time on the 74 this evening, you're definitely fighting the controls a lot more, I think. And I don't know if that bears any resemblance to the real one, Pete. But that's what I found.
Yeah, I mean I think that's a valid comment. Yeah, definitely.
Whereas the Airbus is doing it all for you.
What is there? Are there any? What is the feature that you can tell us about that you're most proud of? Oh, hang on. And what's the feature that that you can tell us about that you're most proud of in the FS, the Airbus that doesn't exist?
Something that they don't know already, or?
Well, I suppose whatever. If there's something that they don't know already, then that would be good.
I've been flight simming for 20 years. We've done the Concorde. Shame to say, I don't really have time to fly any other add-ons. So I get a lot of questions about, how does it compare to the Aerosoft, or have you flown PMDG? I actually haven't. I don't own the Aerosoft. I don't even own a PMDG aircraft, even though I work with Left Aeros, who used to work for PMDG. The last aircraft I flew, I think, was 767 before we started the Concorde. So, but there were some great aircraft back in the day. It was Dreamfleet 737, 767 PIC, the Ready for Pushback 742. and it was kind of a new age in sort of the Flight Sim 2000 and 2002 days, where it was the first sort of phase of really complex, at the time, very sort of different aircraft to come to Flight Simulator, and it was almost a new world for sort of enthusiasts like me who were picking up these aircraft and learning tons about the aircraft. And I think what we've done with the A320 is to kind of go back and try and sort of push that era again into flight simulation, where the sort of detail that we've gone to simulate all of the systems, right down to every diode, every relay, every single wire that goes between all of these instruments in the cockpit, and all of the systems on the aircraft has been simulated. And when you're sat on the end of the runway in the 320, it's not so much simulating. It's not so much that it simulates a 320. It's just the fact that the immersion factor feels like you are controlling a sim that is simulating, you know, millions of things that you're virtually strapped to, and it's a very difficult thing to explain. But I think for the people who are looking forward to the 320, they won't be disappointed. It just works like the real thing, and it's very rewarding. I think the most rewarding thing is for our pilots to go away and do a trip and come back and say, well, I tried this trip in the sim the next day with the same weather.
Just getting rid of the fuel jettison now, okay, because we're down to the weight.
And the sim...
Simon, do you want to take that switch to off, please?
Hello.
Thank you.
The sim lands within 50 kilos of the real flight that they did the previous day. So I think that's kind of what we're hoping for, is that the 320 is received in a similar fashion to what 767 PIC was, or Ready for Pushback 747, or, you know, some of the big classics in flight simulator that were really sort of groundbreaking at the time. I think we're hoping to push the bar with the 320. I know it's taken 5 or 6 years, but it's not been done before. People have tried, people have failed. So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing about the 320 that will impress people. It's just the overall immersion factor, because we've gone to the nth degree and simulated everything.
And kind of following on from that, Tom Bark asked the question which you probably won't be able to answer, which is, can we expect it in 2016?
You know what? I'm not going to say no. 2016?
Yeah.
I thought you said 2015. You might. Yeah, I wouldn't say no to 2015. You will see it in 2016. We've been working night and day the last year pretty much to get this thing out. We want to get it out as much as everyone else wants to start flying it. So you will start seeing a lot more happening on our forums and our website very shortly. Say that.
Okay. ASDD487 wants to know, how long does it take to become a 747 pilot, or I guess an airline pilot, I suppose, in general, to either of them?
Sorry, Andy, can you wind your barrow to 1740, please? You'll be pleased to know you're doing the VOR DME.
Oh. Well, who is?
Huh?
Who's doing that?
Well, I'm doing it, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose that's one way of looking at it. You got to land off it, though.
Yeah. Right, 1540?
1740.
1740.
Yeah.
It will take a while.
Yeah, I might get it there by the time we...
Yeah, so we're inches, 2996. You set it up like mine, you've got it right. 06086, 3 kilometres in haze, 3 statute miles in haze, broken at 12, overcast at 1600 feet, 26 degrees. Luis Mauricio Esparza will be your approach controller.
She sounds nice.
Yeah, so there you go.
Is this why you've been quiet, people?
124.5, Seabird 47 Charlie. Thank you very much for your help. Take the rest of the day off.
Sholik, thank you very much indeed for your donation. Really appreciate it.
Right, I'm going to talk. While you've been enthusing about Airbus,
Yeah.
I've been
Setting up the approach.
setting up the approach.
You've been winding this thing, haven't you? It's taken ages.
I'm going
What are we
tank
going
to
to?
engine now.
74,
Okay,
so-
got a tank to engine message at 58 tells which figures. So just watch me on the fuel. We'll always monitor this. All right, override's coming off, and the crossfeed's coming off. If you look at the fuel now, what we've got is the 4 sets of wing tanks feeding all 4 engines individually. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
So the bad news is, from your point of view, you've got 65 miles to top descent.
Brilliant. So we need to start
in which to
planning.
brief me how you would like me to fly the RNAV approach, but the VR DME approach. But in
Carefully.
practice, I'm more than happy to
Okay.
mix and match on that one.
I don't actually have any charts for
No, you don't.
where
Okay.
we go.
Okay. Right, there we go.
I might do it on the iPad.
Stick it there. So while you've been doing, I've basically got us set up. At least I hope I have.
No, we're doing the RNAV onto.
It's actually a VOR DME approach.
Oh, okay, fine.
As per
the
there.
DME arc.
No, well, not the one I found. It's just straight outbound.
Oh, okay.
Like that, coming over the top of this other airfield here. So we come over the top at 5,000 feet. I'll just see what we've got in there. Looks reasonable. Okay. Outbound on 320.
Yep.
That's that. If you can see it. Yeah.
Fine. Yep.
And then we get to 9 DME. Yeah. On the plan. I just step through it.
Thank you. Can I have an Airbus for your £25 donation? I should
Okay.
point out that.
And then we come inbound on 1,
and
2.
of course, in the left-hand seat, he's a lead developer of
That says
FSLabs,
1,
if
2,
you
1 there.
haven't
That's
already
near enough.
worked it out.
Okay.
Okay.
And then there is a 3.36 glide
And he's
path.
offered to donate a copy of the FSLabs
Super, innit?
Concorde.
So
and
what I
Airbus.
was going to, I've just noticed that. So what I'll do is I'll give you flat 30 for landing, which will just give you a lower approach speed and therefore make it a bit easier. All right.
Okay.
So 3 and a bit degree glide slope, and then after that we've got the go around, which should be 115. Well, they've got 110,
So it's runway
1680,
heading to
stopping
G7.
at 5,000 feet, direct
Fine.
Monterrey.
Okay.
All right.
So we've got 5,000 feet to go around. It's runway heading to D7.
7. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
And then we turn right back into Monterrey.
Correct, and you've got a 3,000 metre runway, which is okay for a 747.
Okay.
All right.
Auto
I
brake
su-
2.
I suggest you put auto brake 3 on.
Okay.
It's already done. That should be sufficient. All right.
Fine.
And then once we get to the airport itself, the actual parking, we're coming in on 1-1, is going to be one of these intersections. But if you miss it, you're not dead because you can go off at the end and then come back and park somewhere around here. Okay.
Good. Yeah.
So you haven't got a chart for this, you say?
Someone will shower me. I probably haven't.
Right, I'm going to call this guy now.
No, I don't.
Monterrey, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Speedbird 47 Charlie with information Juliet level 330, approaching Charlie Victor Mike.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, center, hello, this is Palace, discretion, maintain follow 190.
PD flight level 190, Speedbird 47 Charlie. Alrighty, I'll pop 19 in for you.
Yeah, go for it.
So the only other thing we've got to do is descent checks before we start down. Okay, so that involves checking the recall. Those are as a result of the fuel jettison. We don't have to worry about those. Okay, everything's fine. We are tank to engine. Okay.
Yeah.
Auto brake. Well, we discussed that.
RTA 3.
3.
Sorry, auto brake 3.
Yeah. Landing data is VREF and minimum, so it's VREF for 30 is set.
Okay.
And the minimums,
154.
I've got 1740 for the NDB, because the airfield, of course, is not at sea level.
Oh, right, okay.
It's whatever it is, 1230-ish for the threshold.
Okay.
So don't forget about the gear and stuff like that. If you put the gear down at 2,000 feet, it's going to be a bit late.
Okay.
All right. So that's one thing. And approach briefing. Right.
Right.
Well, I'm not sure if this guy's going to vector us or what he's going to do, but if we were actually going to fly the procedure, then the way it would be done would actually be, that's 29, would actually be to come in from our direction, which is 330, I've got the wrong shot. Be more or less straight overhead the top, go outbound in LNAV, come inbound in LNAV.
Okay.
Right? That bit's easy.
Okay.
Okay. As for the vertical navigation bit, because the inbound track more or less ties up with the inbound core. 114, yeah, it's near enough. We can actually do the whole thing in LNAV for the whole procedure, so no messing around with heading, exactly like you used to with the Airbus. I'm sure you're familiar with that. Okay. Vertically, what we'll do is we'll do the thing in VNAV. Alright, and that basically means that we make sure that the fixes on the way in here make sense, in particular that we've got a glide path, that all the altitudes on the outbound make sense, so it's 5,000 over the top, which has got 5,000 above, okay, and then 4,000 for the procedure turn, such as it is. There you go. Roger, do not exceed 280 knots in the descent, speedbird 47 Charlie.
Should we roll it back now?
Yeah, it's got a transition of that. So I suggest what we do is put the Mach number back to 84 now.
Okay.
That'll take care of that. Okay.
Do what? I'll watch it.
So basically, as long as the numbers are in the box here, and we have allowed the aircraft to do its VNAV thing, then all we have to do actually is put our MDA in there. Okay. And the thing will come nicely down to the MDA the whole way round, and then as we approach MDA, we wind it up to the go-around altitude, and I'll talk about that when that happens. It works very well, actually. All right?
Peter, out of curiosity, if you had a step descent profile, do you follow that down with the MCP, or do you just let VNAV do it?
A step descent profile, if you can, you'd follow it down with the VNAV. It depends. It really just depends a little bit on where you are. If you're in the States, a step descent profile in VNAV may not work terribly well because there's so many steps in the way.
Yep.
Going into Los Angeles is one that comes to mind. VNAV step descent doesn't work because by the time the VNAV is woken up and pitched over, you're actually high. So sometimes you have to take it with a bit of a pinch of salt. But in theory, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to let the VNAV do the whole thing.
Okay.
So 190 in the box. So what it would do now is, as we approach the top descent, I would take control, and you have the radios. Okay.
Have we been cleared descent?
We have 190.
Okay, fine.
Yep. Just see the hills over on your side.
Yeah, it's lovely. That's brilliant, isn't it? When we slowed up, he's gone off into the distance.
What's that?
The 777 that we were following all the way.
Yeah.
Vanished.
If you decide for any reason that the approach is not working out and you want to do a go around,
yep.
I'm sure it won't happen. But the call is go around flap 20, alright? And just hit one of the togas, doesn't matter which one. Okay, the levers will go forward for you. Flight director will go into toga mode for you. All you got to do is follow it. And if you call flap 20 as well, I will give you flap 20.
Okay.
And then I'll call you positive climb. You call for gear up. And away we go.
Okay.
And probably the best bet is to get the autopilot in at a reasonable point, sort of above 250 feet. You can put the autopilot in, and then we'll talk you through the rest of it when it happens. All right?
Okay. What's our that's our MDA, is it 1740?
Yes, it is. Unless I've got it wrong. Should be in there. Yes. 1740 Capt D. BORDME. Yeah. Well, put it this way, you've got to see the runway by 1740. You can cock it up after that easily.
Which is only, what, 300 feet above? Is that 300 feet? What are we, 12?
What it is, I'm not terribly familiar with these charts. So the airfield's 1280,
okay,
so it's 500-ish. You happy with how the flare works?
Go on.
For the benefit of the viewers.
Well, you tell me what you think, the flare, how you fare it. You tell me what you think the parameters are.
I'm guessing close the throttles at 30 feet. And stop pulling back.
That's good, yeah. We'll be landing with flap 30.
Yep.
The pitch attitude for landing will be very slightly higher than you've got now. So you see it's just about 1 degree.
Okay, yeah.
Well, the pitch attitude with 30 flap will be around about just under 2.5 degrees.
Okay.
So it's just under that little line. So that's your datum pitch attitude, and you'll find that if you go for the datum pitch attitude, it works pretty well.
Right.
So we call it bottom hat. So the square, if you like, is the hat.
Yep.
And the 5 line is like the brim of the hat.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Got it, yep.
So it's like bottom hat.
Sure, okay.
If you use that as your datum pitch attitude, you'll be fine. Thrust for the approach, the weight we're at, which is fairly heavy, will be about 285 when we land. So you're going to need probably something like 1.2 EPA on here.
Okay.
But don't take that as gospel. It's just just a rough guide for what you might need to look for.
Okay. And then full reverse.
We'll see how much runway we got left, shall we? We should be all right with idle reverse.
These just pull straight
Yeah.
up.
What happens is you keep it straight.
Yeah.
Both hands on the wheel. And I will pull the reverse
right,
for you.
okay.
I'll pull the reverse for you. I'll just come back to an intervene there, so we do fly 280 knots for the man. That means we'll lose the profile slightly, so I'm just going to give us a bit of speed brake. And we are nearly 20 minutes to landing, so we'll put the seatbelt signs to on, and we would make a PA time to do all their bits.
Yep.
Yeah,
this
thank
sounds
you very much,
lucrative.
Vincent Stewart. Really appreciate your donation. Thank you. Yeah, top work. And let me remind you all on the stream that Andy's offered
47 Charlie, Roger, reduced to 260.
Andy's offered to donate a copy of the FSLabs Concorde, also the FSLabs Airbus when it's released. If you want to be in the draw to get hold of
taking
those,
full speed brake.
then you'll need to donate £25 before
I don't think it's going to be a
shutdown
big
on
issue
this
because
flight.
we'll
So
lose some
shutdown
height
is
in the
cut off.
procedure anyway, unless
We'll
this
pick a
guy's going to
donation
bash
at random out of the hat, and Andy will be in touch with the 2 lucky winners. As a bonus, it also means you'll be entered down to our week-long competition that we've been running.
I sincerely hope he's not
PSX
suddenly going to turn around and give us the
Worldflight.
ILS to 29, because I've got it all planned and ready to go.
I'm pretty sure the forecast was for 1-1. This is lovely, isn't it, over on the left?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? When I did some of the route guidance manual, I sort of did all this. Oh, this is pretty. So I actually went and found some photos on Google Earth and stuff like that. And it really does look a bit like that. It's very pretty, yeah.
With the sun going down on the west.
Yeah.
Just imagine the shadows.
Yeah.
Coming through. Lovely.
Well, it's a shame they're not taking off on 2.9 because you take off 2.9 straight towards the mountains.
Yeah.
And that's pretty. In fact, it's quite dramatically pretty. But 1-1, you'll just be going straight out and turning left for Houston, I think is the next stop.
So have you flown into Monterrey?
No.
No. Is it one that BA go to?
No.
They're an aircraft.
So what I'll do is I'll put 260 knots.
2.9.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Did you know, I knew he was going to do that. Why did they bother putting an 80s out saying something different? Anyway, okay. So I've put 260 knots in there.
Do you want me to just confirm that?
Yeah.
Before we
just tell him his 80s. Just tell him his 80s. No, that's PSX 80s. That's why. I'll tell you why. No, disregard. Because
are we on approach?
I was reading the wrong 80s. The PSX 80 says 1-1. His 80 says 2.9. Sorry.
Are we on approach?
Oh, sorry. 11975 is that? No, 1245 is Monterrey Centre.
Well, that's easy anyway. Oh, that spoiled all my fun.
Hang on, Pete. Let's just find out.
No, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I was reading the wrong 80, Sandy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right, back to 260 then. That will shorten the profile a bit, but there you go. So try and get rid of that height, and ILS 29 is in there. So what I'm going to do is just connect it up without the procedure, I think. That's pretty well what we've got actually. DME 06. So we'll rebrief.
Yeah.
For the ILS 29. Which which is a lot easier. The minima for you is 1490. Oh, we got a tourist here. Good, isn't it?
The one aircraft you wish you had flown.
Oh, sorry, Mike.
1975 to be about 47 Charlie. Good afternoon. Is there one aircraft you wish you had flown?
Concorde.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never seen anybody do badly out of having flown Concorde. That's 1,000 to go. 20 today. And we're still on standard. Second cross check 19.7 for 19.
What are we doing? 14, 90.
1490 for the ILS, yeah. So that is suddenly very straightforward, but I've a funny feeling that height isn't going to be our issue. Say again? Oh yeah. Oh, speed brakes. Right, see if we can get any further descent out of him, Andy. Would?
Yeah, sure. Oh, we need to call in. Sorry.
Yeah.
What? Sorry, what am I calling?
Monterrey Centre.
Monterrey, good afternoon. Speedbird 47 Charlie with you. Flight level 190.
He's checking in at 190.
BD 47 Charlie.
It's 2996. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong bloody... No, it's not. Disregard. I really need to rip that off before I hit the wrong bloody thing.
We ident. Will that help you out?
2996.
We got an ident?
Yeah, just that.
That work?
It does.
Where are we? We are
45 DME.
yeah, Speedbird 47 Charlie. Speedbird 47 Charlie is 45 DME inbound to Monterrey.
Speedbird 47 Charlie. Contact approach on 119.75.
11975 47 Charlie. Thanks. Bye.
Just slowed up a bit.
That was my fault. I didn't switch over.
No worries. That's alright. No worries.
We got.
ATIS is. Bravo.
Oh, it's a local. We'll be
Bravo.
all-
Bravo, QNH, or altimeter 2996.
Got it.
Approach, good afternoon, Speedbird 47 Charlie with your flight level 190 direct Monterrey. We are 744 information Bravo. And a 5000 Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Right, here we go. Flitch, full speed brake. Have a gear down, please.
You want gear down?
Yes, please. Oh, yes. And we're clear to 5,000 feet, so set the QNH. And approach checklist, please.
Altimeters.
2996, set and cross-checked 18 for 5.
Yeah.
Flat 1, please. Below 20,000 feet, we're good.
Flat 1.
I'm just going down in the hope he's going to take us straight in. We'll see.
Cheeky photo.
Oh, it's just pitching up as you do it. He'll go down again in a minute.
Now, as we've had lots of questions that we haven't had a chance to ask, would you two chaps mind sticking around for a few minutes after we shut down just to have a quick chat?
Yeah, I'm not in a rush.
Yeah, okay, I do charge.
Thank you.
So, just getting ourselves back in the loop here, we've got 2996 set. Hello, Mark. I've got a little elf on my wingtip. And we're going down to 5,000 feet, and if we want to go in on the ILS, obviously we need a bit lower. Flat 1 I'm happy with, and the idea is I'll just wait till we get down to 5 and then hold it at 220.
So we're doing a straight in for 29.
I'm hoping.
Harley would like to know, Peter, no FPV
This
today?
approach is 3 degrees, so
Okay.
you don't need flap 30 if you don't want to, but shall we stick with flap 30
Fine,
anyway, because we've briefed for that?
Yep.
Okay, good. My prediction arc's looking pretty good for 5, I think that'll get
Yeah,
us
you've done well.
I think we'll go for flat 5 actually,
Lovely,
because
isn't
we
it?
are
Yeah.
we are shade still high. Okay, let's do it. Once you've got flat 5 down, you can more or less guarantee that you're doing your best, because obviously the flaps take quite a long time to travel from 5.
Right.
So if you leave that quite late in the approach, it can get embarrassing, because you
Okay.
know the flaps simply aren't moving fast enough. Once you've got 5, everything else follows quite quickly.
That's interesting. Why you got GS on the PFD?
Ground speed, it's just where they put it. Yeah. You've got it up there as well.
Yeah, I know, it's up there on the
Yeah,
MS, I just
yeah.
didn't know why you
Yeah,
had it on the PFD.
no, it's
as
just
well.
in 2 places. Yes, in the airfield's up there somewhere. So here's an altimeter check at 10,000 if you would please.
Sure, through 10,000, altitude 2996.
Marvellous.
Checked.
We would switch the outboard lights on.
And just check we've got the seatbelts on as
And
well.
we don't need the logos because it's daylight. All done. Going back very nicely. 20 miles to run, you'd normally want to be at 6,000 feet just putting out the flap.
Okay.
So we're about 2.5 above that, but we're not because the airfield's 1,000 feet high, so
we're
we're
doing
actually only
alright.
1.5
Yeah.
above. So actually what I'm going to do is take the speed brakes away. Once I put the gear down, that's it. You don't start bringing it back up again, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah, of
That's just that's it now. But we've got a reasonable looking glide slope. Can you just ask if we can expect a straight in? That would be useful.
I think we will, because that's the guy from. Director, speedbird 47 Charlie, can we expect a straight in ILS 29?
47 Charlie, yeah, descend 4,000 foot ILS runway 29, there's a speed to 160.
160 on the speed, 4,000, cleared ILS 29, speedbird 47 Charlie.
Enough? Okay, flap 10 please.
Okay, flap 10.
German Cargo 634, true right, heading 030.
Can't see anybody ahead of us.
030, Chicago
4,000 is in there.
4,000.
And that's bringing us in at DME 06, which is 3,000 feet. So what I'm going to do is just give us a little bit of a widen out.
Sure.
Bit of widen out. Heading cell. I'll clean up the map, which means we go to that, reselect the ILS, select the intercept, and then execute. And what that does is give us straight in. Just did it.
Okay. 5 degrees round, that'll be 3, 4, 5 degrees, speedbird 47 Charlie.
That's correct. And clear descent to 4,000 to complete the ILS approach.
4,000 for the ILS, speedbird 47 Charlie.
20 please, because he wanted 160.
Up 20.
You'll have to do with that. So our landing weight is 286.6. We're going to be a ton over the top of max landing weight. So you've got a heavy aeroplane here.
So it's going to be quick.
Well, you know.
Faster than Concorde? Probably not.
No. So I'm showing slightly high on the profile with 11 miles to run, and we're at just under 4,000 feet. So I'm a shade on the high
One
side.
to go, 2996.
Thank you. Alarm the lock.
Okay, calmed.
levelling off. We are just gonna cheat a bit on that heading. We're gonna get the glide slope slightly earlier than the lock.
The haze.
Just about. It's got us in a little bit tight, so I'm just gonna wind it down a bit. Lock we got.
Localizer.
Glide slope we got. Right, so flap 30 please.
Flap 30.
And I think the go around was 5,000, was it? Was it 5,000?
Yeah, 5,000.
5,000? Okay, we got glide slope green, so I can put that in the window now. Alarm the speed brake. Go. Well, all is done, so I'll just call for landing checklist after you call the tower.
Do a 47 Charlie, fully established 29.
Radio altimeter.
81, thanks for your help, bye.
Bye. Quality fighter. I'm gonna go to landing brake.
Okay, approach checklist, landing checklist, speed brakes.
Armed.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps.
30.
Camera and port.
Don't know.
Okay, so landing checklist complete.
Okay. So after we get, you see the runway. Just you remember I talked about bottom hat.
Yep.
So can you see that's what we've got?
Yep. Okay.
Okay, that's your bottom. That's your datum.
Fine.
And the thrusters come out at about 1.15.
Okay.
So that's going to be pretty good. You won't need to change that very much. It's just going to go up slowly as we get a bit closer.
Now low speed of 47 Charlie, 5 miles 29.
Speed of 47 Charlie, hello Monterrey Tower, runway 29, if you let land, wind 110 degrees, 4 knots.
Bit land 29, 47 Charlie.
Sounds like Dan, doesn't it? Really, it's weird.
It does.
So okay. So you can go full length if you need to.
Okay.
You might not make that high speed at this weight,
Yep.
but you might make the 90. See how it looks.
We're in line with the taxiway, so should we drop the autopilot and I'll fix it pretty quick?
Up to you, mate.
I have control.
You have control. Yeah, you got it.
1,000.
Okay. Okay, if you take the auto throttle out, it will
Go on
help
then.
you. Alright, so there you
Thank
go.
you.
That's out. Right, your manual. Just watch you don't get high.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it down.
Keep it going down. Keep it going down.
Yeah.
Bottom hat. Pitch down.
Your nose said it aligns with the taxiway. I forgot about that.
500.
Okay, need to lose some height here.
Yeah, okay.
Watch your speed. I'll take the thrust a minute.
50
Sure.
above.
Yeah, that's fine. Just keep the nose on the runway.
Decide.
Land. Well, have you?
Try your best. You're doing great. That's good. That's looking better.
100.
Player height
Low
50.
50. 30.
Keep it going down. It's getting close to the
20.
stall. Keep it going. Keep it going down. Keep it going.
Terrain.
Keep it going down.
Pull up.
Let's go around.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay.
Go around flaps 20.
Flaps 20, okay.
Don't let the nose come up because we're at quite low speed. Okay, so I've just got control a minute. Just get this sorted out. Okay, climbing away. So flaps 20, positive brake, gear up,
Gear
please.
up.
Right, so let's just get ourselves into autopilot engaged.
Yep.
Okay, we'll go into LNAV so we can fly the missed approach.
You want me to call going around?
No rush, no rush. Let's just fly the missed approach, get ourselves comfy, alright? So we're going up to 5, alright? We're above 1,000 feet off the airfield, so now we go flight level change, speed, and now we can control the speed to where we want it. So we'll go to 190 knots.
Are you in speed? You're still in thrust.
Just the speed, that's right. Okay, so I'll ask for flap 10.
Okay.
Flap 10, that's good.
Okay.
And so if I just fly this bit and then you can take over the next bit. So
Sure.
you call him going around now then.
Yeah, 47 Charlie, go around.
47 Charlie, Radar 119, Crystal 75.
1975, 47 Charlie Bravo.
That's good. Right, so we're in LNAV, we're in thrust, 1,000 feet to go. It's going to go around the corner, go back to the beacon, and we'll see what he wants to do with us. Yeah, you just got high, and once you're high like that, you're buggered, to be honest.
It wasn't aligned with the runway.
Never mind, we'll have another go.
Which is, we might as well just do a visual for the next one.
We're not short of
It
fuel,
looked
are
alright
we?
from where I was sitting, but...
It wasn't on, it was aligned with the taxi, was it just me?
Yeah, no, it was definitely aligned with the taxiway as far as I could see.
Blame Gary. Blame Gary. So we've got approach on. So call him. I'll fire us around the approach and put us back on again.
Okay. Director, Speedbird 47 Charlie back with you. Runway heading 5,000.
47 Charlie, better contact turn right, heading 090. Expect vectors out as runway 29.
Right turn, mile out 090, expect vectors 29, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Mount Fox 1, turn right, heading 030.
No, it's not.
No.
Oh, I thought it was.
So what we do is the after takeoff checks, make sure we've got everything right there, so you can read off those.
Okay, fine.
After takeoff checks there, okay.
So after takeoff checks, landing gear.
Is up and off.
Yep, flaps.
Staying at 5.
And air kind of pressurization.
Okay, so that's still good, that's cool. Good, alright. So what I'll do is reselect the ILS again. The other way that, so it wasn't lined up with the runway, I must admit I didn't notice that because I was
just... It does say, I'm not making this up, if we have a look at your notes.
No, I'm sure you're right. What did I say in my notes then?
Well...
RTFM.
Yeah, here we go. When I flew the approach to 29, visual PSX aligned me with the taxiway B.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
in a glitch, but be aware.
Oh, yeah. Right, we'll try it again. So you know what's going to happen this time.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
We might as well go visual
yeah.
when we see the one.
Whatever. Yeah, the important thing though is once you start getting high on this jet, I mean you know anyway, lots of your experience. Once you start getting high, you'll never get it back again.
No, I know.
So
yeah, we should have gone around earlier.
No, that's all right. We would have done if it was for real.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, for real, that's why BA and lots of other airlines have a stable call at 1,000 feet.
Yeah, 1,000.
Well, 500 or 1,000, depending on what you're using. And if you're not stable, which means you've got to be on the right profile, you've got to have the right power set, you've got to be landing in the right place, and if you're not that, you throw it away.
Yeah.
So there's none of this swanning around 50 feet above the runway thing, will we or won't we, you know, which is nice, you know.
Would you not leave the auto throttles in?
No.
No,
no, the reason is...
Massive pitch thrust.
Yeah, because unlike the Airbus, you've got this pitch couple.
Right, okay.
So, if the thrust goes up, the nose will really shoot
I
up.
noticed that as soon as you
Yeah.
put the thrust in.
Yeah.
Nose went on.
And this thing's got its wake up. If the speed gets really low, which is what happened there, the thrust comes on to sort it out, which is highly embarrassing because that's actually what we didn't want to do because we wanted to get going down. So as soon as the thrust comes on, it pushes the nose up.
Yeah.
But you're already high.
I guess that's because you've got full flap and that doubles the lift, doesn't it, on the 74?
So we'll just do it again.
Peter, someone would like you to explain the top hat again. Again, if you don't mind. Again.
Right, it's just a phrase. You know, there's nothing technical about this in Boeing manual or anything like that. But if you look at the primary flight display, the aeroplane at the moment is pitched to about 7.5 degrees, as you can see. The small pitch line at 2.5 degrees, right? Think of that as the brim of a hat, like a top hat, right? And if you put the little square just above the brim, you've effectively got a top hat. And that's where you would look to have the nose of the aeroplane for a landing with flaps 25. If you're landing with flaps 30, the nose is lower, so it actually, we call it bottom hat. So if you imagine taking your top hat and turning it upside down, that's what it would look like with bottom hat. And that's what Andy's going to do beautifully this time.
Perfect.
It's funny, both the Airbus and the Concorde leave the thrust in.
Yeah, well you certainly would with the Airbus. I didn't know you did it with the Concorde as well. Yeah.
Again, there's too much going on, so they left it in.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm hoping they're going to bring us in
Yeah.
behind this geezer.
Heading 260, descending 7,000, FedEx 057.
Yeah, plus there's nose light on takeoff as well when you stick the thrust in.
Center maintain 4,000, turn right heading 180 degrees, speedbird 47 Charlie. This looks like the big one to me. This looks like a turn in, doesn't it to you? Okay, you're clear to 4. Oh, I'm flying it, I forgot, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I assume because you're on the radio.
No, sorry, I've just forgotten who I am. That's 1,000 to go. I'll have flap 10 now, please. 160 knots.
Is that us?
Yes.
160 knots.
And flap 20, please. This guy's fitting us in very nicely, actually. That's rather cool. So I'll do that. ILS is identified. Yeah, I see him. Not sure what he's doing.
No, because if he's less.
I think he's probably on an intercept heading. I'm hoping he is.
We're vectored in behind him.
I'm hoping.
Then we got one to the left as well.
So if it all turns to ratchet this time, for whatever reason, your call is go around flap 20,
Yeah.
hit the switch, fly the command bores. I'll do the rest of it, alright? I mean, I could see you were trying to land it, which is fair enough.
Yeah. Left turn, 080, speedbird 47 Charlie. Taking us around that track.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying the Airbus is light on the nose as well. When you put the thrust in on takeoff, you actually have to hold the side stick forward up to 100 knots.
Right.
And then gradually bring it up from forward at 80 knots to 100 knots.
Yeah.
Do you not put the do you not do the same on the jumbo, Peter?
What, with the stick?
Forward stick one.
The stick stays neutral really, unless you've got very forward, very aft CG, which is unusual. You're basically holding neutral. You don't really have to put much forward pressure in.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think he turned us in and then saw the traffic. He's turned us back out.
Yeah, well, this will work. This will work.
They do this on an Ockham. Fly an Ockham, they take you in up towards Heathrow,
yeah,
and then take you back down and do a big sort of figure of 8 almost, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They call it a trombone, don't they?
Yeah.
Biggin's the same.
Merges you, doesn't it, with the stream in from Biggin or from the other stack, I think.
Right turn 210, speedbird 47 Charlie.
This guy's doing a good job, I like that.
FedEx 057, turn right heading 320.
Probably find he's a proper controller.
FedEx 057, right 30.
Stevens 1081, ready to speed 220.
Anyway, I tell you what you did do. You got the weight down below the max landing weight, which
Yeah,
is
the
quite
one that was
useful.
by intentional.
Was it?
time.
Yeah, that's clever. Yeah, clever.
Three-arm localizer?
Can do. Yes, it will arm. I think he's going to give us a closing heading in a minute. Anyway, I'm hoping so. Doesn't, we'll be off again.
Our new 3,500, speedbird 47 Charlie.
Give it VS there. 3.5.
Right turn 080, cleared ILS 29, speedbird 47 Charlie.
That's going to work. I'm just going to give us a heading, something like that.
Send us in early.
Yeah.
But if that's lined up with the taxiway.
True. so actually 3.5 would be down there, I should do it.
Okay, we're 10 miles.
Curry's going cold, you realise?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, they've saved me a popper dump.
Operator 57, sorry, I'm reducing back to 270. Actually, 570.
It's getting quite hazy out there.
Yeah, I think we dropped below it.
Turn right heading 020 for United 396. That's correct.
Benny, what?
Turn right heading
See ya.
020 for United 396.
Got me to request descent.
No, I think it's going to work actually. It'll just work. There we go.
Localizer.
Okay, 5 in the box.
Radio altimeter.
Seabed 47 Charlie, just becoming fully established. 2
Flap 30, please. Oh, sorry, forgot the wheels. Beg your pardon.
I didn't hear what you said.
I think we got the gear down still. My fault.
Say again, 47 Charlie.
47 Charlie, contact tower on 118.1 today.
181, thanks a lot for your help, Spirit 47 Charlie.
Gear down, please.
Thanks.
Right, so you're going to land on the runway. That's
Yeah,
the
so we need to...
Oh, you got lights there. Should be all right.
Yeah,
I mean, if need be, you can hang on. Wait for the checks out of the way first. Lap 30, please. Okay, set up.
Lap 30.
Okay. So,
Seabed 47 Charlie, 5 miles 29.
landing checks, please.
Checks.
Seabed 47 Charlie.
Big break.
Here's I.
Continue with winds of 112.
Landing gear.
I'm going to line you up a bit. Just let you.
Approach Seabed 47 Charlie. Flaps.
30, yes.
Cabin port.
Is received. Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'd say probably an idea to switch your flight director off.
Yeah. 'Cause it's
And
not
I
gonna
can't
help, is
really
it?
fly terribly well from this seat because my visual doesn't look right. So if you want to take it,
Okay, I have control.
okay, there you go, your control.
Seabed 47 Charlie, runway 29.
Cleared land runway 29, Seabed 47 Charlie. That's looking nice. I just need to squeeze more thrust. Keep it going down. Bottom hat. That's better.
above. Decide.
Land.
Okay.
100.
Go too high.
Too
Keep it
low.
going.
Terrain.
Keep it going down.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Super. Give the idle reverse. It should be
Idle
enough.
reverse.
And you can clear at the end. $80 knots.
Check.
Where are we going to park?
Keep rolling, shall we?
Yeah, so the water brakes are in. If I cancel those, you keep going.
Charlie, welcome to Monterrey, vacate left. Hold short of Bravo, contact ground 121.9.
Hold short of Bravo 121.9, speed with 47 Charlie. Right, hold short of Bravo.
Bravo, Marta, initial rate 12,000,
Cheers.
2651, departures 119.75.
The parallel taxiway, as you'd expect. There is a jet down there, you can probably see him.
Yep, got him.
Nice work, Andy. Lots of claps from Twitch.
Well done.
It's bloody difficult, I think.
It's easy to get into a PIO, isn't it?
Well, it's just, yeah,
It is.
The controls are just so heavy. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Hello, grounds. If you keep your feet off the rudders, otherwise...
hang on, I'm just trying to slow us down.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. Speedbird 47 Charlie, vacating runway 29.
Trying to, come on.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, welcome to taxi left Bravo, choice.
Left Bravo, standard choice, Speedbird 47 Charlie, roger. Well, I think all the choice stands are gone, don't you? Anyway, I'll get rid of a few bits. Okay, so you finish with your terrain. That's coming up. What? No, Right, where do you want to park it?
I feel better now.
Oh, yeah. Offloading speed brakes are down, the exterior lights as required.
Shall we stick it on the end there?
Yeah, by all means, exterior lights as required,
Qantas.
weather radars are off, flaps are up, transponder is somewhere. That's it, stand by.
I never thought I'd say this, but I enjoy flying the Airbus a bit more.
Yeah. And stab trim is 6 units, and the alpha landing check's complete. The APU should be on its way. It's running up. Finish with the lights, such as they are.
Go for it, yeah. So, right and left, or?
Yeah, whatever, really.
We can't go anywhere else. Really,
No, not really. No. You could.
Wondering if we go next to the
Star Alliance.
yeah, around the back, so to speak.
You could do.
Oh wow, planes everywhere.
There's a gap between the Star Alliance and the Lufthansa. What
Let's
about
go
that?
around there.
Yeah, okay.
So does it not appeal to you at all, the Airbus?
I've never flown an Airbus.
No.
When your software comes out, I'll probably have a go if I can squeeze it onto all my screens on my PC and have a play with it. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have a clue.
No?
I can use all the other sims, all the Boeing sims, but they won't let me use the Airbus sims simply because I just have to be checked out quickly in half an hour or so, and there's no need, So when I'm doing the experience sims, I just do it on at the moment the 747, and I'll be doing it on the 777 and the.
Right, they don't let out the
76.
Airbus, do they?
Eh?
They said they didn't do the Airbus.
No, they don't do the Airbus because of the feedback thing on the. Because with this, you can see what people are doing.
Yep.
Airbus, of course, you can't.
You can't, yeah.
So that's the reason that they don't like to use it.
And I guess because it's not so much flying, is it? You're more. Are we going to fit in here, or should we go to the other side of the Thompson?
Put it the other side of him.
Yeah, it's more button pushing, isn't it? More of a computer game, I think.
People do like to have a go on the 747 because it's iconic
Yeah.
machine, So I've had a go on a 747 sim and that kind of stuff.
You still got the 75, 76 sim there?
Yeah. It's all moved now, The BA sim block is an entirely new building.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it's space age what they've done now. They've got 16 simulators all in a line in one open plan building.
When did they do that?
About a month ago.
Oh right, okay.
It opened about a month ago.
Actually, I think because that's where they've got the A380 and the A3.
That's right.
They got the 787 there as
yeah,
well.
380 and the 787 I think were the first ones to go in there.
You had to go on that?
No.
Because that's got a lot of stuff that the Airbus has got on it, the 787. I think they've got C-Star.
Well, I think the plans are the flight experience might go on that, but I'm not sure what's happening. Anyway, right, that's done. So if we can park it here.
Yeah,
They'll never.
that's it.
The guys in next will never know where it is. So we've got to get the park brake on.
Parking brake is set.
Set. Good. Okay. So oh rats! We haven't got an APU.
So what was that?
It
That
was running.
Over an hour, 1 hour 20. What's it say?
So we have got an APU running, but we haven't got the.
Oh,
Can you go to the overhead
fix that.
and do
Stand
the
by.
APU breakers? You know what I mean? Sure. Sure. You're right. Good. Okay, so we got that online. Get the pumps ready for shutdown. Ready to shut down the engine?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Seatbelts off. Fuel pumps off. Beacon goes off. Check the status, make sure we haven't broken it. And transponder can go to 2000 and standby, which I think I already did. There we go. And we've got to do the arrival thing in here, possibly. I'm not sure how we
you've got
do
to post it, have you?
Yeah, so landing pipe will put you down as WILNA. That'll be you. Send, okay?
Yep.
They done the time in. Doors aren't open yet, I presume. Can you open the doors,
Oh,
please?
yes, I can do that.
Yep. So that now we've got, should get an in time in a minute. There we go, we've got the in time now, so we can send that. Okay, so if I call the shutdown checks to you, it says here, shutdown checks, got to find them. Parking brake, I've got to cover that up.
Set.
Demand pumps, that's those.
These ones?
Yeah, they're all off.
Yeah, they're off.
Fuel pumps off.
They're off.
Beacon off.
Is off.
Doors manual.
Yep, checked.
Fuel control switches to cut off.
Checked.
Transponder to standby 2000. And the seatbelt signs off.
Yes.
That's it. Well done that, man.
That was good fun.
Put it, configure it ready for the next guys.
That was lovely coming in down the mountains, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Well done.
Yeah, that was really good fun.
Now, I know
Probably
that,
about an hour late.
Yeah.
I know that dinner is served, so I don't want to keep you too long. But just to quickly run through some of the questions. What have we got? Owens J91 Peter would like to know what got you into wanting to be a pilot.
Don't know really. I honestly don't know. Just one of those things you just drift into. I guess it wasn't a particular thing.
Andy, what was it that?
God, I think I always wanted to be a pilot. It was probably. My grandparents lived near Gatwick, and from the age of about 4, I was stood next to the runway, clinging onto the perimeter fence, watching L1011s and 74 Classics thunder past, and it was in my blood. Always wanted to do it.
In the blood. In the blood.
Andy, any plans? Do ever FSLabs got any plans to bring the Concorde to P3D?
Yes, we do. In fact, we've already done it. It went into beta testing on Wednesday. It will be released shortly, and I think Left Terrace will be posting some updates about our intention for the Concorde in P3D. But yes, it's coming for P3D.
Peter, how did you get into flight simulation?
When I was about 7, I built one at the end of my bed with Meccano. It's grown from there. It really has. No, I got into flight simulation proper as a trainer when I was only been in British Airways a couple of years. I became a trainer then, and I've been on and off with flight simulators since then. And of course, gradually I've sort of started doing it at home on home PCs as well. So I find, unlike a lot of professional pilots, I think that home PC simulation for flying now is so good, as you can see here, that this wouldn't have been possible 10 years ago. But now we can do it, and it's getting better and better all the time. It really is. Well worth doing.
Something you liked about the 747 once you switched from your previous aircraft, and what was something that you missed?
Gosh. Well, I came off the 777 to the 747, and to be honest, I changed because the rosters were better, went to nicer places. But I did like the 777. It was a much more modern aircraft, obviously, than the 74. That wasn't a great fan of the fly-by-wire.
Yep.
I quite like the push-pull business, and so when I came on the 747, of course, we got rid of that. But what I did like on the triple was the electronic checklist. That was a nice piece of kit. Enjoyed that.
Andy, any views on stick versus yoke?
I know what he's going to say.
No, not really. I mean, I've flown the 777 simulator at British Airways, and that's a lovely aircraft to fly. It really is. I don't know again because it's got the fly-by-wire, but no. I was worried that the stick would be very difficult. I don't think it is.
No, I've got a good friend who was a 747 pilot and is now a training captain on Airbus.
Right.
And he's been converted now. He loves the Airbus now.
Yeah.
Really likes it.
A lot of pilots do fall in love with the Airbus.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
I think the one gotcha with the Airbus is that it's very easy just to become very complacent with all of the automatics, and unfortunately, as soon as they go, my personal opinion is Airbus do not offer sufficient training for when things go wrong. Unfortunately, that is the eventuality of that is that we've had a couple of accidents over the last few years that have perhaps resulted in insufficient training. But it is a good aircraft to fly.
Can we go and have our
Excellent.
curry?
You can. I think we should all.
Thank you, Simon. Well, thanks everybody,
Thank you very
and
much.
thanks for the contributions. And a fresh crew will be taking over, as they say.
Thank you.